you can build it and it will explode.
Well, that's... Turn this down. Turn Skype down a minute. What's it doing? My volume.
I don't know.
Hi, Demon Dragon. Hi, Frosty. I take it. Where do I go, by the way? Start game, and then
You want to go to start game here.
start new.
Should there be an option for a sandbox?
No, I see
mode?
resume saved, start new, which I haven't got because I haven't played it. Training scenarios,
Probably start new.
save game, stream, sandbox.
Sandbox is what you want. Yes.
Lewd.
In sandbox mode, everything's available. Hi, Lorella. Hi, Takuro Master.
Yes.
Hi, Easy. Fiber Creek. Alright, let's start. I don't know how well this is gonna go.
This is going to go great.
Gene Kerman, flight director. Wow, this is like extra ugly. I think I might turn some of the settings up.
It's okay. You've got it.
Graphics. Half res, full res. AA times 8. Pixel light count up.
Yeah, you've got different selection of options to me because I have the making history thing, which I think provides more different options.
I don't know what everything is. Should we turn it all up?
What we are going to be building is we're going to be starting in iterative steps. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to try and make a rocket that doesn't explode. I haven't played this game for a while, but I've picked it up a little bit, and if you've seen on Twitter, I've managed to strand somebody on the moon, and now I have another rover, somebody with a rover made of jelly, going off to recover him. It may take him about 20 years. There's no guarantee that either of them will ever make it back.
Okay, I guess this is my place.
Okay, so there are various things you want to do.
Hey, everybody. Oops.
Primarily, you want to focus on the vehicle assembly place, which is in the middle.
Vehicle assembly building.
Yes, this is where you're going to build your rockets.
Welcome to vehicle assembly. I'm Werner von Kerman, chief rocketry engineer. Alright. So I just select I just start from each bit and then go...
What you have to start with is you need to have a control module. That is the first thing at the top. You need to pick a control module. Usually some of the more simple ones are things like the one in the top right, which just has the capacity for one Kerbal. There are other ones that have capacity.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a simple... And then from there, you build... You stick various rockets onto it.
Oh, it just flows. Nice.
Yeah, it's just there. It's not actually... You're going to put things beneath it. So...
Maybe try the satellite and trying to kill anyone at the start. That doesn't sound very fun. Hey, Dan.
No. So,
Hey,
don't try a satellite. Immediately go to Kerbals, it's fine. So, in order, the things on the left beneath the... because you see on the far left there are options for the various things you can set. Fuel and engines, they are separate. Fuel tanks are primarily for liquid fuel drives. The engines can be both solid and liquid. The engines for a solid fuel are just all in one. It's the engine and the fuel.
Okay, so I guess I want to start with an engine, right? Wait,
An
no.
engine's good.
Do we need some...
Well, are we
coupling
going to go
structural?
solid or... Structural is just to stick things together. There's only one that you universally need, which is the gaffer tape. You'll find the gaffer tape eventually.
So I need some fuel tanks or engines. Well, I need an engine.
I'd recommend a fuel tank to start with.
Solid fuel. Liquid or solid fuel?
Solid fuel it's the engine and the fuel in one. It's both things. The downside of a solid engine is that you can't alter how much it's blasting. It just blasts everything. Okay, so technically that rocket will go.
That will just go.
That would go. Feel free to try it. It will be a stupendous success.
Well, no, don't we need fuel tanks as well? We need fuel.
No,
right?
no. That is solid. That is a solid fuel. That is engine and fuel all in one.
Alright, well, aerodynamics, we need some wings.
You can put some wings on it? Sure.
Air brakes. Well,
you see in the bottom left, there are two things. There are two circles. There's a big circle with a dot in it,
Yep.
and a smaller circle with a circle and a dot. If you want to reflect things, like if you want to place some things that are symmetrical, you can use the bigger one and click it, so it will put 2 or 4 or 3 or 4 or 6 or 8 of something. And the smaller one with the little circle and the dot, you can make it either snap to a certain angles or you can free select.
Oh, I see. So if I want to put like 2 things, I can click that and it puts 2 of them on.
Yeah, and it will put them as symmetrically as it can.
Ooh, spooky. I like it.
I know.
Someone crashed into a telephone pole by your house, Demon Dragon. Oh my, that is great sign.
So you're putting massive wings on this.
No, I'm gonna put little winglets. Look at this. Oh.
Okay.
Look at that. This shit should be.
So you know as well, before you decide to launch anything, on the right, but above the reset button, there's a little thing with a tiny little fuel boost thing and a 0. Those are the stages of your rocket.
Okay.
You cycle between the stages by pressing spacebar. Right now you have one stage, which is when you press spacebar, that solid booster will go up.
Right.
And when it expires, that's it.
So it just goes. Okay.
It just goes. With a liquid fuel engine, which we'll probably experiment with in a bit, you can adjust how much fuel you're using. You can even turn off the engine.
Do you want to put a parachute on?
Well, I wasn't going to suggest a parachute, but if you really want to, they're at the very bottom in utility.
I mean, I think it'd be a sensible thing. Convertotron. Escape system. Parachute. Where does one put a parachute on?
You can put a parachute. There are ones that specifically stick to the nose of it. There are also ones that will go on the sides. So that one will just lock onto the top. The very top of the MK16 will lock onto the very top of your module. Now, you may want to alter the stages so that the parachute doesn't go off at the same time as your fuel.
How'd you do that?
I believe in this one, I think you just drag it away from the fuel, and it should not that on that, and there should be a plus button. You see the plus button?
Yeah.
Press the plus button; it'll make a new step.
Oh, I see. Right.
And then you can drag it above the fuel, because otherwise you'll activate the parachute, then you'll activate that. Technically,
ground
that ship
control to Major Ben.
No, ground control to Major Kerman. They're all Kermans here.
Put extra engines on.
You can. You could put even more. You could put even more.
Well, let's just see how the basic one flies. Okay, so I want to see how this all works. So let's.
Okay.
How do we launch? Okay.
You see in the up right corner there is a launch button. It's green.
I do. Hey, Nate.
Yep, that is how you launch it.
Jebediah Kerman. He's a pilot.
Jebediah, one of the original 3.
All right. Well, spacebar to launch, right?
Yes.
Beep beep. Oh, nothing happened.
Oh, that's because you got the parachute in the wrong order.
Oh, right. Well,
remember I told you to swap those.
Oh yeah, the parachute's at the bottom. Oh.
This is gonna go well.
I think the parachute's not helping.
I think it's causing a little bit of.
No,
the
parachute's
drag
not
effect.
helping. No, the parachute is not helping.
Oh god,
I think it's safe to say that we have learned something today.
Oh, dear.
There are some quite good physics at points. And,
God, I got hiccups laughing.
This is people are already pressing F.
Well,
it's a successful
he's-
launch.
He's okay. He's okay. Thank you, Fiber Creek, by the way.
he's in the air longer than I was expecting.
Now, the advantage is that since you're so low to the ground, the parachute is already active, and it has it will hopefully
He'll be
guide
fine.
your rocket down safely.
He'll land alright. Well, obviously that looks kind of lewd with the parachute coming out.
Yeah, it was an ETA until you started making jokes like that. It wasn't. It was like maybe 1 launch, 2.
Yeah. Yeah. See, told you, Nate. I'd fix something. Is that alright? I thought the logo would be quite a fun little thing to spam for the tier 3. Okay, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
I think
So
we
he is
success. Yay!
I mean, you've managed to travel about 20, 30 meters from the launch pad. Well done.
Recover vessel. See, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
Ready?
You succeeded.
All good.
I'm a spaceman. I'm a spaceman.
No, you're just I got slightly higher than the ground, man.
So
Okay. So,
we need this like this. Then we put plus. So
mm,
number 0 is so number 1 happens. The bottom one happens first. I take it.
correct.
Right.
Now, what if I were to make something a little more complicated for you? What if you were to check the section called coupling on the left?
Lude. Coupling.
Now, what you can find in coupling is you can find various things that will allow you to detach parts of a rocket.
A decoupler.
Yes, you might be looking for the decoupler. I'm looking at which ones they are. Fourth one down on the left-hand side you're probably looking for.
Uh-oh, I've already broke the rocket. How do I
Broke the
not want
rocket.
that? Delete? Yeah.
Yeah,
Fourth one
delete.
down on the left-hand side.
Yeah, try that one.
Where do we put that?
Put that beneath your landing mod, your actual module with the Kerbal, and above the fuel.
Like that.
When you say like that, I actually can't
Okay.
see it in. And now, add that as a step between the fuel and the parachute. So it then goes, step 2 is fuel, step 1 is the coupler, step 0 is the parachute.
Step 2 is fuel, step 1 is the decoupler, then the parachute. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So that's how you decouple something.
That is how you can decouple things, yes. That is the simplest decoupler. There are also like radial ones
So what
which
if we
allow
just
you
made
to...
this bigger? Does that work?
Oh, you just want to add more rockets to it.
Well, can
now
you do
you're
that? You can
entering-
make a rocket. No, that won't work for you. Can you have an engine that fire? Oh, I want that's. Oh, okay. How about if we do a? We get a decoupler
Mm-hmm.
on the bottom of the rocket.
Yep.
Not sure if that works. Can I stick it?
You can stick a decoupler on
There we
the
go.
one. Yeah,
So how do I know which decouplers which? Oh, it highlights it. Okay.
it highlights them. You could even be very clever, and you could have the decoupler getting rid of that fuel thing and the next rocket firing in the same step. So you go, it decouples, and then the next booster just goes whoosh.
My lord, the Emily. Emily's an emote. Yes, yes, Emily is an emote now. And you've got Emily, Decadus, Spider Girl. New emotes. Okay, so I got to try and remember. So the bottom one happens first. So it fires, then it decouples when it's finished firing. The next one fires. But what
At the
you could
moment,
do is
you
do
actually
that.
have it. Actually, at the moment, what you have it doing is firing and decoupling immediately. Move the decoupling one from step 3 to step 2. Now you have both of the boosters firing at the same time and one of the decouplers going at the same. You'll get the hang of it.
Like that, maybe.
Just gotta wait for it to catch up a little bit. So you want, ideally you want, yeah, like that. Give it a try. See what happens.
Alright. We fucking in this.
See who dies.
Nobody's going to die.
Jebediah
Jebediah didn't die.
He's going back up again. Good man.
Oh, he is very brave. I think he is also very stupid.
Alright, so this should fire, decouple and fire. Let's go.
Yes.
So, what is the 6th letter of the alphabet, everyone watching?
Kerman. That is the
Okay,
sixth letter of...
we have liftoff.
You do.
If I push it again, then it does the next phase, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're
But
actually
I would
going up.
wait. Yeah.
We're
Now,
going up.
you can also use A, S, D, and W to alter the direction that your ship is in. I wouldn't recommend it right now.
I'm leaning slightly. We have some
Yeah,
lean.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
Kerbal's
There's
R&D,
definitely
right?
some lean going on there.
Yeah,
Well,
lean's not good, but you are going very fast.
Well, that's good.
As an objective, 70,000 meters is out of the atmosphere of Kerbin.
That's good. Well, we've hit. We decoupled and now we're firing again.
Yes.
Nice. I mean, he doesn't want to come back down, does he? That's. Oh wait, I just realised the fins are on the bottom bit.
Yep.
we've
I wish
we've
I
lost our
liked
fins.
Kikoski more. He's fine normally, but when he's trying to be funny, it's just painful to me.
That's not very nice, Nate.
Oh, he's entitled not to like me.
Still, that's a
As
rather
you can
rude thing
see-
to write to someone.
There's lots of fire going on now, so you're getting further and further away from the atmosphere.
He looks really happy
Nice.
about it though.
He's very happy. Jebediah is very easy to please. You could probably like put him in a very slow-moving slide, and he would be a happy Kerbal. Now, there's one minor problem. I mean, you're going up very high, but you're about to run out of fuel.
Oh yes.
There may also be a minor problem.
Oh, he's not going to come back down, is he?
He is going to come back down. He is.
Are we not out of the
press
atmosphere?
if you press M right now, you'll see the map.
I think we should
And,
note to the chat that
Lewd.
basically any problem in Kiko's view is only minor.
It's only minor, yeah. So, you will see
Even
the
if you're flying off
you'll see
into
the
the depths of
apoapsis.
space.
You'll see
Okay.
the apoapsis of your thing is probably at least about 1,000,000 meters away from Kerbin.
That's pretty good.
It's not that good, really. You want it to be a lot closer, ideally.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you have no more fuel to actually be able to adjust your trajectory, but
So
you
it's-
are actually...
So in 16 minutes, he's going to land in the ocean. That's not so bad.
Yeah, I mean, you're actually in space.
We made it to space. Yay.
Yes.
I mean, he hasn't
I
come
mean,
back
if you,
down.
if you actually survive re-entry is another problem.
Thank you, Decrowmeister. Thank you very much.
You might also want to decouple that fuel booster.
Oh yeah. Whee! Let's just dump shit into space.
It's alright, it will follow the same trajectory that your things are, so eventually it will crash into the ocean.
Where's the moon at? Oh, there it is.
Look around, you'll see the moon.
There it is.
It's around somewhere. It's always somewhere. There
Well-
are two.
How do we
There-
speed this up so we can get back down?
If you go into the top left-hand corner,
Top
there will-
left-hand
there's,
corner.
there's the time. You'll see a little arrows that you can speed up on.
Oh, nice.
You can't
Whee!
speed.
Oh
You
shit!
can't.
Slow down.
Have you done something bad?
Wait, it was going a little bit quick.
Fortunately, the game slows down at certain points, where you
Okay.
get rather close to things.
We appear to be burning up on re-entry. That's not very
Yep.
good.
Have you aimed the ship in the right direction?
Ah.
You haven't, have you?
I didn't realise there was aiming to be involved.
I've got some bad news for you.
Oh god.
You may have killed Jebediah.
Rip.
Now,
This is a minor problem.
this is a minor problem.
What did
because
we
there are-
learn?
Fire
we
is bad.
We learned that you need to aim the part with the widest area towards where you're re-entering.
Oh,
You need
that's
to aim
funny.
a bit
Lewd.
better. But yes, unfortunately, Jebediah
Rip Jebediah.
has
Oh.
died.
Let me see if I can muck around with the resolution a little bit, because it's a little bit small. Where do I put that? Where's the resolution options anyway?
This is the very first thing you see when entering the stream. Yeah, there is a lot.
Thank you, Father
of this.
Creek, and thank you, Morgan. Thank you very much.
There is a lot of this in Kerbal. Lots of Kerbals just exploding.
Where is the... There's no resolution scaling in this, which is really weirding me out.
I mean, there is the heat shield, that is true, but you don't need the heat shield. As long as you enter at a diagonal, you're pretty good. Unfortunately, he sort of entered at a flat down.
You can only set resolution in the main menu. Okay, well, I'll go back to the main menu then. Oh, oh god. Build. How do I... Escape isn't working. Leave. Save. Let's save this.
Yes, good idea.
Leave. And then we
You
go back to the
definitely
main
want
menu.
to save that Jebediah Kerman died horribly in an
Right, I just want to
explosion.
make it a little bit
Yes.
bigger, so it should be a little bit easier to see. Let's go back. Settings.
It's one of
Graphics.
those things where you'll notice that, much like in real space travel, they tend not to enter directly down, because unfortunately this game does
Lewd.
follow a fair amount of Newtonian physics.
Thank you, game. No sharp. Sadly, it didn't work. Thank you, Game Darius. Thank you very much. How do I can't change the resolution? This makes. Oh wait, I can. It's just very. It requires a lot more clicking than.
Definitely in Guild of Dungeoneering I've killed more people than in Kerbal Space Program. I'm remarkably good at not killing people in Kerbal Space
Ah.
Program.
Now it's probably made it the wrong size in this. That's fine. I can readjust that. Right. Oops.
My credentials for Kerbal Space Programming, before anyone asks, is I managed to strand somebody in orbit of Eve, and I've managed to land somebody on
There we
Eve,
go.
also stranding them.
There we go. I can see better now. Right. Start game. Resume. Moon or
Lewd.
bust? Well, we ain't getting that far, are we?
No.
I don't know.
You might.
Sadly, Sharp, I have no idea. Oh, there you go. Thank you very much, Sharp. Thank you very, very much. And thank you, Authorist, as well. Thank you both of you. Very generous.
No, if Kerbals aren't dying, I'm doing it right.
Resume saved. No flights in progress. There we go.
Yeah, there are no flights in progress unless you count all the debris from Jebediah's horrible demise.
Loot face spam.
I tried to get people back.
Okay, right. Let's try this again. So, okay,
Right.
engines. I'm gonna get this Sharpie, pointy looking one. It looks cooler. And that's more important.
Okay, Sharpie pointy one.
Wait, I kind of want more engines. No, wait, maybe I don't need more engines. Because we actually got some decent thrust there, didn't we?
You did. May I recommend not using solid fuel thing for the whole thing, though?
Okay.
Because if you have solid for the beginning, but then you switch to liquid afterwards, you can adjust how much power you're using.
Okay. Well, let's... Fuel tank. So there's a liquid fuel tank, I take it.
Liquid fuel tanks, yes.
Any particular preferences?
You can have a big one, a small one.
Yeah.
There are ones that are ridiculously huge.
So this is liquid
Oh.
fuel.
Yeah, that's liquid fuel.
Can you not build like the structure, like a actual?
Yes,
What's that?
there are ones that
Structural.
use. There are things that
Fuselage.
you
That's
can.
what we want.
I mean, you could do that if you like. And this is when he actually built a proper-looking spacecraft, and then realizes that what you actually just need is sticky tape.
So I want the fuel tank. That's a fuel tank there. Make a giant bomb? Well, I kind of want to get into space properly. Hopefully, that's the plan. Aerodynamics.
Face, fist, foot. I have done that, but not to make a Death Star. I made it into a refueling station so that I could get ships into orbit and then fuel up there so that they had a full tank of fuel to go to other places.
So, you basically send ships into space and then you connect them in space to create stations, correct?
You can do, yes.
Could you theoretically make a ring that spans the entire orbit of Kerbal?
Have you seen how big Kerbin is?
I'm just asking if it's possible.
Theoretically, yes. However, you would need a
Nice.
lot of ships.
Oh.
And I mean a lot of ships.
We wanted a parachute for this poor bugger, didn't we?
You definitely do, but the parachute you were using before does not work.
Right.
There are, however, other ones. It's the one on the second to bottom row on the left-hand side. You'll want to use that one.
Is that one stick?
Because you can stick on any of the surfaces of the...
How do I rotate?
there is a button, you know, by the... there are four little buttons to the right of it. There's one with like a circle with a sort of plus sign in it. You'll see it. You'll see parent on the screen. It's right above that.
Oh.
One of those buttons is rotate, and then you use the WAS and D to rotate things.
Oh, okay. Does that work?
It's a very-
red. That probably means no, right?
It means no. It's a very old playlist, that one. It was years ago since I played Kerbal. I've only just got back into it.
Still saying red, so apparently this is not okay, this parachute.
You could... Oh. Well, good luck with that ship.
Okay, we're gonna have to change the amazingly cool cockpits. Okay, how do I
Cockpit.
What?
I think it's called a cockpit.
I know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't.
You're right, I don't. How do I detach this? It's all...
Remove everything beneath it.
Oh.
Put that to the side, and then click the top and then the cockpit, and then delete it.
Oh, well, now I can't click anything.
That's because it's a little complicated in the sense that once you've got rid of the original cockpit, you have to select another one from the menu of
Oh, okay.
available ones, and then get rid of the one that you've put there already. You don't need that. You don't need two.
Diddly bugger.
You don't need two.
Right.
You don't need one.
There we go.
See,
Cockpit
this is one
snood.
that he's mostly built by himself, so we shall see how it does.
Okay, we've got liquid fuel. We've got burny fuel. I mean, it doesn't look like a penis, but, you know, I try. Okay, so we got this one first. Oh, we haven't got a separator in here.
You also don't have a liquid fuel engine.
Oh, probably need that, right?
Yeah, the liquid fuel and the solid fuel will not work. Yeah, some people are like, don't forget the engine.
My plan is to make a giant penis rocket, but I want to make one that works, then I can make it look like a wang. I've got to get the priorities right. So which one that's a twin ball liquid... Oh, this thing's huge.
Yeah, that one's huge. You don't want the huge one.
That's a rhino. That's slightly smaller, right? Yeah. Okay, I kind of need... Hang on. I need this to... I can't have a solid fuel and a liquid one.
You'll have to... What you have to do is the solid one has to be beneath the liquid one. So you'll have like... And then you'll decouple it off.
I know, I've ruined everything. I've ruined my fins. Fucking fins. Ugh.
Because the joy...
Oh, I see.
Joy...
Okay.
Yeah. The
Right.
joy of Kerbal Space Program is when you get to the... that is a massive engine.
It's great. Check it out. Thank you,
Yes.
Mortified Penguin. Or Mortified the Penguin, much apologies. Thank you so much for subscribing, and for 2 months in a row as well, thank
a lot
you.
of the fuel you're going to be using is actually to get out of the atmosphere. Because
Yeah.
once you're out of the atmosphere, you need to use a lot less fuel to achieve things.
No? No. Okay, right. Scratch that. Bad idea.
Odds of that thing lifting off the pad, we shall see. I am...
Maybe it's too heavy.
No. Let's see how it does when you've finished it. It will be glorious.
I need the decouplings though, so let's move that a minute.
Do you need the decouple?
Decouple.
Who needs aerodynamics? Indeed. Who needs air... Prime your F keys, people have said.
You guys suck. It's gonna be fine. Alright, decouple. So it's gonna fire and it's gonna fire, then decouple, and then the liquid fuel's gonna start once we decouple.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, when you get the liquid fuel stage, it is shift to increase the amount of the power of it. Control to decrease. You can use X to go to 0 instantly. I think you can use Z to go to maximum as well, but definitely X to go to 0.
I need the two things exactly the same. Let's try there, I think. That looks about right. Let's just wing it. What could possibly go wrong? Okay,
Well,
this is gonna be untouched. This is Weenie Rocket Mark II. The Weenie Rocket Mark II is glorious. And
it may fall over. Maybe.
oh god, it's looking a bit lopsided. Okay,
Yes, it's a bit lopsided.
okay. 3, 2, 1. Beep.
Yep,
It's going up.
it is.
Woohoo! It launched.
Hooray! It did. It did. Don't press it. Yeah, don't press any of the buttons that change where it's going.
I won't touch it. It's going fine.
It's good.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
It's not going very quick though.
No. Could it be that the massive engine that you've stuck on the bottom might be a little too big?
Maybe.
I mean,
Okay, we got some lean.
fair.
How do I unlean it? There we go.
You have to use WASD.
It's too heavy. It's too heavy.
You haven't put any stabilizing things on it. There are things you can use to automatically
Oh,
stabilize
there we go.
it.
There we go. No, fire! Fuck! No! Oh god!
Is it going well?
It's not even firing the engine. Did I not?
You have to press shift.
Oh.
Have you?
Oh, okay. Oh wait, that's not helping. Oh god. Fuck.
What? Yes.
Oh god.
I thought it might not.
On the plus side, we probably all land okay. Why is the parachute not deploying?
Because you're not low enough yet. So what you've done is you've put an absolutely massive engine on a tiny fuel tank, and You got a tremendous amount of thrust for about 2 seconds, and then it was gone.
I keep laughing too much, give me hiccups.
You also forgot to put the parachute on a different stage, so the parachute went off at the same time.
You just accurately described my love life, Kiko.
Oh god, these hiccups are killing me.
There is also the minor problem that it may be a bit too heavy for the parachute, but you did land. I mean, there's success there.
Okay, I'm dying. Okay, I don't think I'm hiccuping anymore. Okay. I mean, he died. That was bad. But, right.
No, he lived.
Okay, new plan.
Is the new plan maybe getting a slightly smaller engine?
Yes. Plus, more fuel.
Is the new plan also going into, I think, the thing below the engines and looking at command and control? There is an item there that might be very useful to put, say, beneath your main Kerbal machine.
Lewd.
There is a stabilizing thing that you can put there. You say that Elevile, but when I started playing,
Success!
there was only sandbox.
Thank you so much, Morgan.
There was only sandbox, so it's as good a way as any.
Oh, Sujiro, thank you so much for subscribing. 4 months now. Thank you so much, dude. Your continued support is very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Okay, so we've got more fuel now. I'm going to put more fuel on it. Can you copy
that
this?
fuel is not going to actually connect up.
Oh, does it not work like that?
You need, on the 4th row in the middle, there is a pipe.
Fourth row in the middle? Structural?
Yes, there is a yellow in the fuel bit. There is a pipe. And you need to connect up. Oh, no, wait. You've got them all on a line. No, they will work. They will work. But when I was looking there, they were actually working.
Okay, so if I pipe
if you put them all on a line, they will work. But before, when I was looking at it, they were sort of radial around it. If they're all on one on top of each other, they will work.
So if I put a pipe on there,
you could put a pipe. Well, the way you had them before, with the just on top of each other, that would work.
Is there a way to connect?
All right, losers. I'll return to being a phantom thief. You have a good night.
Godspeed.
Okay. Right now, you can see the direction the arrows are. Right now, what's happening is all the fuel is going into that much smaller one. You want to do it the other way around.
Oh, the other way around? Okay.
Yeah.
Like that?
Gotta wait for it to catch up, but I imagine...
Thank you, Demon Dragon.
Yes, that is the right way around.
That looks a bit lopsided, though.
To be fair, you designed one with a massive engine that used like 1 second of unlimited power.
Unlimited power!
It was sort of Palpatine going, unlimited! Oh, actually I'm out.
Alright, we're gonna have, look at this fucking bad boy. Look at all this fuel we got. Yeah, boy.
Can you wait while I go get some Duracells?
Look at this shit. We're gonna fucking fuel up in here. Yeah. This does put it in the right place, right?
Yeah.
See,
See, you could be really clever at some point, and you could do things like...
Oh, it's not very balanced.
It's fine.
Oh. Uh-huh. Yeah, close enough. Alright. So we need some fins.
I like how you have all the fins.
Fins are great.
I just use symmetry.
I like fins.
And aerodynamics.
Fins are great.
But just remember, any problem is a minor problem.
I want a small one.
Even when Jebediah burst into a ball of fire, it was a minor problem.
Okay, we need a control module, you said.
What you need is you want to go into the thing beneath the engine section, and there is a control module.
Advanced inline stabilizer.
Let's have a look when you get onto it. No, into command and you see the advanced inline stabilizer. If you put that beneath your actual command module, the thing that started the ship, that will, if you activate it, it will try its best to keep the ship from wobbling everywhere. And that's kind of important for your ships, because they are...
They're beautiful.
Not-
They're my beautiful monsters. Alright, we got loads of fuel, we've got no engine right now.
Yeah, you have no engine, so...
So, that
I
one
mean,
was too big, wasn't it?
I mean, it won't go any... I mean, find one that's roughly the same size, or the same width.
I mean, only one rocket seems boring.
Yeah, you know, it seems boring, that's right, but also make sure it's actually a rocket engine and not a jet engine.
Rapier engine.
Yeah, it sounds like a jet engine to me. When you get into outer space, that will stop working.
Weasley.
Also, don't forget to put a decoupler between the command module and everything else once you've run out of fuel. Otherwise, you'll be lugging that whole thing down, and
Good
that
point.
parachute will not be enough.
Decoupler.
Yes, I think it is going to be. Poor Bill Kerman is going to be going into space again, and he may not be coming back.
You want to fasten these fuel tanks to the bottom, otherwise they'll wobble. Okay, how do we fasten them?
No, leave them as they are. It'll be fine.
How do we fasten them?
I'm going to introduce you to the wonderful joys. If you go into structure, you will find in the top right there'll be basically the equivalent of
Strut
space
connector.
gaffer tape.
Is that them? Strut connectors.
Yes, they are the space gaffer tape of Kerbal Space Program. You can stick anything to everything with enough strut connectors. Yes, indeed. Mortified the Penguin, he has found the space tape.
Space tape! Let me jam all this shit on there. Doesn't need to be so
Bill
much good,
Kerman apparently has a wife.
does he?
I don't know.
Well, she's gonna have to send some flowers somewhere in a minute. Alright. I mean,
In the,
we got some fuel,
won't be-
we got a command module, we got wings.
you do?
Do we have a parachute? We got a parachute?
You have it also set up so that the parachute goes off at the same time as the.
Yeah, that'd be
your
awesome.
ordering is a little bit off there.
So this is the fuel, I think. So that's... You don't think it's gonna go anywhere? That'd be fine. So that's the fuel. Then that's the... This is the decoupler. And then we need to... So that it fires the fuel, then it decouples that shit after it's all done.
Then it parachutes.
Is that fuel actually gonna work? Is that gonna work?
There's only one way to find out.
Is that a
We'll find out
ramjet
what-
engine? I don't know,
We
is it a
shall.
jet engine?
It might be a jet engine you've put on the bottom there.
It is a jet engine, we should probably change that.
You might want to change that for a rocket engine.
Lewd.
Wintermute Omega, thank you so much for subscribing for 2 months. Thank you. Much appreciated.
At some point, we will
Oh,
have you
swivel.
going.
That looks quite small though. That also looks quite small. Skipper. That looks a bit better. There we go.
Yeah,
Skipper.
that looks better.
That looks better.
Yeah,
Alright.
actually looks like a rocket that would fit.
Yay!
But is it actually going to take off, or is it just going to? Okay, that rocket is a bit big.
You reckon?
Yeah, it's a little. The engine's a bit too big, I think.
So do you mean I need to put more fuel on it?
No, I think you need to have a smaller engine.
What about if I had more fuel on it?
You could put more fuel on it, yes,
Exactly.
certainly, but then it just has to try and take that into space as well.
Perfect. Okay. More fuel. And then we're gonna connect. Yes. Okay.
Oh no, there are indeed radio decouplers, but I don't think he's doing that right now. I think he's just
Launch!
sticking more fuel into it.
It's like my ugly children.
Solid fuel boosters have their benefits, Nods. The problem with them is that they don't have an off button, and they go at maximum until they stop. They have their uses. Now, you might want to press that SAS button and activate that before you launch,
Why?
because that's the thing that's keeping your thing from going wibbly wobbly.
Oh. Wait, which one have I got to click?
You see on the little compass thing where it has surface, and to the left there's RCS, and to the right there's SAS?
Yep.
Press SAS,
Okay.
and then you can launch whenever you like, and see how well it goes.
I will. I'm just got to do something on my phone very briefly.
Is it sending your regards to Bill Kerman's wife.
Yeah, I'm just messaging her and say, don't worry, I'm sending Bill away now. You can collect the insurance money.
Lewd.
Everybody is already saying rest in pepperonis.
Don't rep. No. Okay, ready, guys? We should get a countdown going.
Yeah.
10,
Yeah.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Someone put
2,
F at the end.
1. Ignition! Oh. Oh, yeah, shift.
Yeah, you need to use shift.
Holy fuck, this thing moves!
Yes, that's because you have a much bigger engine than you should have on that.
Woohoo!
I can see-
Go!
Yep, it's going.
Okay, it's going. It's pretty even. Wait, well, it's pretty even. Okay, no, it's pretty good.
Lewd.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
yeah,
Oh,
actually going up.
thank you, Faber Krieg, by the way, and thank you, Fury Fighter. Thank you both for the bits. Look at this. I ain't got a whole shift.
No, you don't have to hold shift. No, it will stay at
Check
that.
it out. We're fucking up in this shit. Although we're running out of fuel pretty bad.
Yes, you are.
But this was a good attempt. This actually
Yes.
worked.
It works.
Yeah, this actually works. Carl, have you seen my rocket? Carl, that's not seen my rocket.
It's just you, me, Bill, and the eternal oblivion of space.
Lewd.
Now you're going pretty high up. Now, roughly, if you want to have a good chance of getting out of Kerbal, of Kerbin, you want to be travelling at about 700 meters per second.
Well, we're increasing in speed.
Lewd.
But
And once you get to that trajectory, you then want to start adjusting your aim to about the 45-degree angle so that you get a better apoapsis.
Oh, I can do that. Whoop, 45 degrees.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh wait, no, it readjusts. If I toggle that off, it should.
You could dial that off, yeah.
Uh oh, we're burning. We're burning.
That's
We're burning.
normal. You're getting to the sort of point where you're burning.
Oh
yes.
god, we're burning.
Yeah, you're exiting the atmosphere very slowly, but unfortunately you don't have enough actual fuel to exit the atmosphere, so then you're going to go back into the atmosphere.
But it was going so well.
It was, but you had no more fuel.
I need more fuel things. Clearly, it didn't have
Two.
enough.
You need more fuel. You could. Now, you could use, like, radio couplers to stick loads of solid fuel boosters on it, so that you could then just use the solid fuel boosters to get somewhat up.
And then use the liquid fuel when we're in space.
Yeah.
Oh, I hit spacebar. Whoops.
Well, that's probably for the best, because your things have run out anyway.
Oh god, check this out. Hey Bill, don't puke.
Yeah.
Bye.
It's, he's sort of okay.
Hey Bill. Your wife sent her regards. He'll be fine.
Are you sure? I mean, he's very
oh,
high up.
funny.
He's very high up.
Oh, that's funny.
Don't worry, Bill will be fine.
Bill's gonna come back down, I guess.
Unfortunately, you can't do that in speed up, because if you're doing anything involving acceleration or movement, you have to do it at 1 speed.
Let's have a look. Bill's gonna go up for quite some time.
And Bill's funeral will have him in several caskets.
So we launched from somewhere the equivalent of South Africa, and we're gonna go. I don't know where we're gonna go. The sea over there, I guess.
Yeah, it's just slightly into the sea.
How peaceful.
Several
Go, Bill!
million
Faster!
people are already saying F.
Don't say F. Bill's fine. Whoa! It's fine. Ready? Here we go. Coming back down. We got this ready. Do I hit space? No, it deploys automatically, right?
No, it does not. But you don't want to deploy it too early.
No, don't deploy it in space. That'd be awkward. Okay.
No.
Wait, I need to put it down, don't we? No, we just face down. Face down.
Go face in the. Unfortunately, you are sort of coming straight down. So.
Oh god, we're kind of burning up. Oh,
Yeah, that's because you're not facing the right way.
Oh no, we're okay. We're okay. No, we're not okay. Wait, no, we're okay. No, we're not okay. Yep, I think we're fine. Oh shit.
You need to put the flat part of.
Oh god. I did. Oh.
Remember what I said? You need to apply the largest area. Remember when you deactivated the parachute? Remember when you deactivated it? You went, I'm going to turn this off. I don't know who got a worse fate. Jebediah, who blew up in space, or Bill, who crashed and turned into 7 billion pieces.
I mean, that's gotta hurt. Well,
He
Rip.
probably felt nothing.
he probably didn't feel anything at all. Well, okay. I mean,
He's
this
only
worked kind of
killed
well,
2.
but... Okay, we need more
He's
fuel,
only
though.
killed 2.
So didn't we say we could have a solid fuel thing?
Yeah, what you're going to do is you're going to stick solid fuel boosters on the bottom, beneath that engine. And you're going to use them to get up the initial part.
Okay.
You're going to use big solid fuel boosters. There are bigger ones further down.
Oh, really?
Look to the second to the bottom in the middle.
The kickback.
That's the kind of fuel booster you want.
Oh, we're gonna want more of those. Fucking A.
Yes, you are going to want more of those.
I want to have these, like, to the side and looking cool.
Now, remember when you saw the decouplers? There's a radial decoupler you might be interested in.
Yeah?
Yes. Or you could just stick these all together with gaffer tape. I mean,
How do I...
add 6 of them. Use the symmetry thing and add 8 of them.
Oh, good point. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is the shizness. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, look at that. Are they attached already? Well, they didn't need to. They just burnt, right?
They just burn. You might want to give them a decoupler so that they can actually deattach when they're all done.
Oh, yeah.
It looks... Majestic is not quite the word I would use. It's like a brute force instrument.
So they're all attached to one, which will decouple, right? So
Yes,
There's
if they're all
8.
attached to the middle one, they will decouple.
that'll decouple. Then this will
There's
fire.
9, actually.
This will.
Yep.
Then the. Oh, I don't need that one. Oh wait, there's one. Yes, let's get rid of that one. Actually, no, we can put that one in there too. Excellent. That fires at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
no,
we can
there's
actually do like a separate stage if I need it. No, fuck it. Let's do all one.
No, because there is no decoupler for the other
Then we'll
one. So just
decouple.
have all 9
Then we'll
fire
have the
ones.
liquid fuel. Then that can decouple. Then we got that.
Yes.
Are we building a hot thrusting space, Willy? What else are we building? We're building a weenie rocket.
He's certainly building that.
It's
I
Weenie
tend
Rocket
to build
Mark
things
III.
that actually.
Weenie-topia.
I tend to build things that actually get to the moon.
Well, we want to get up first. If we can get up, then we can figure out how to get to the moon.
I can tell you exactly how to get to them, at least into an orbit.
Well, this might do it. Well,
This
maybe.
might get there. It might get there.
Hey, Jess.
Or it will explode violently.
Carl, are you back?
Oh, he is not.
Yes.
Oh, hello.
Ah.
Did you see my last attempt?
No, I must have missed it.
Oh.
Bill may have exploded.
Oh.
He may have decided to disable the parachute and thus let Bill just crash into the ground at thousands of meters per
You
second.
see, that's your first problem, is disabling the thing that makes him fall to Earth slowly.
Okay. Look at this one. Carl, look at this thing. It's great. I think we got this.
Oh my word.
It's actually not
Launch!
as terrible as he's launching it. So this
Okay.
is going to be okay.
Okay. There's the pad.
First there
Everyone's
was
clapping.
Jebediah.
Valentina
was Bill.
Kerman. She's
Yep.
chilling out there.
Yep, she's named after the first female astronaut.
Are they
went to space.
attached? Oh, I didn't check that.
Well, just launch anyway and find out.
Alright.
Don't forget to activate the SAS.
Oh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holy thrust, Batman!
Yes, they are powerful. They are powerful things.
Woohoo!
You can't turn them off though. They're going to go to maximum until they have all been used.
Oh, we're getting a bit wobbly. We're getting a bit wobbly! Oh,
Yes,
God!
you are.
Oh,
Yep. Yep.
it's fine.
Yeah,
We're
might
still
be a-
kind of heading upwards. Wait, no.
Kind of.
No. Oh,
No.
no. Panic detach! That was unhelpful.
No, it was.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. A bit wobbly.
Wait. Okay, there we go. Okay. Wait, what was that? Just crashed into the ground there.
That was probably lots of the solid fuel boosters.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
that all exploded.
Okay.
I hope you just
Because,
realise
you know,
that a number of those boosters just jetted
Oh,
off into
fuck.
other countries and caused a nuclear war. I hope you realise that.
Oh Jesus! Oh God! I pressed the wrong button. It's all going wrong.
Yes, it is.
Oh God. Okay.
So you might have lost everything apart from the main part. The good news is you still have the parachute, and you're not high enough in the air that she's going to. Why don't you activate the Yes, and she will live.
Oh, okay. Well, goodbye, rocket.
Lewd.
Oh, the humanity. Boom.
You didn't need the rocket anyway. I mean, it was only a couple of hundreds of millions of dollars, just about to explode on the ground.
I forgot to add wings to the solid fuel. Oh. Oh, right, that was it. Thank you, Z-Striker.
I don't tend to use wings. I just tend to have a very aerodynamic design. Yeah, Valentina is happy because the parachute actually worked.
Oh, well. That didn't work quite as planned, did it? Oh, something else just exploded.
That is true. Deactivate the SAS while parachuting to dangle safely in the optimal position. That is true.
There we go, we survived. Recover vessel. What's left
At
of
least
it.
one part survived crashing into the ground. Yes, one part did.
Oh God.
You made a cluster missile out of Tiberian sun.
Thank you, Dan and Calgary. Thank you. Okay,
So
we need
what
to
have-
add
what-
wings, don't we?
Yeah, what have we learned from this?
Lewd.
Add more wings? Or is that not the right lesson to take away from this?
No, you can add some wings. I mean... Add some wings.
I don't think that'll help it stabilize, though, will it?
Lewd.
You could certainly... I mean, what's the worst that could happen? A repeat performance of what happened just then, but what's the worst that could happen? Why was it so wobbly? Well... If you have a giant amount of thrust coming from the bottom of the vessel, and the rest of it is sort of, thinner and
It's
Not
too top,
very
it's top
secure.
heavy, yeah.
it's actually very bottom heavy.
That's alright, that's my word, bottom heavy.
Lewd.
Well, heat shields can be useful, but you can, if you're going at the right angle, that can
Thank you,
get
Lorellan,
back
thank you,
into the
Wintermead,
atmosphere.
Omega, thank you.
It can.
There's a small area connecting two big things. We need a big thing connecting the big things then. We need like something big here to help connect, don't we? Like a
I'm honestly
fuselage.
surprised that your suggestion wasn't just add more rockets.
I need a bigger structural fuselage. Do I have one?
There might be one that joins
Ah!
up. Yeah.
That looks good. Maybe.
It might be. Maybe. Maybe the one that's a little bit to the left of it.
How do I detach one piece?
You'd have to reattach it on, and then deattach it. Because currently it's not part of the...
Oh god, I just cloned it! Oh no! That's pretty monstrous
Congratulations.
though. Oh my
You
god,
have
that looks
made it.
awesome!
Ah, well, do it then.
Oh god, look at that thing!
Do it.
Okay, we're launching that just for funsies.
Go on. This is going to go as well as I think it might.
Oh, look at this thing.
Someone went, more rockets equals into the out of atmosphere faster equals less time for things to go wrong. That is
Right.
true.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! God!
Your clones are impressive. You must be very proud.
God, look at this.
Well, I mean, it's going for now.
Nah, it's starting to wobble.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh
See, when
shit.
you add more thrust, it's just going to get worse sooner.
It's fine. I figure if I hold on long enough, it'll even out. Oh god.
No, I don't see it evening out so far.
Oh, she handles like a dream.
What kind of dreams have you been experiencing?
I would have made a really good missile, to be fair.
Yeah, this is not a guided missile.
Oh god,
This
it's
is
wobbly.
a
We're
missile
getting
of
wobbly.
madness.
Yeah, this is the button that
Oh,
someone
God!
presses if it's like fuck no one in particular. 'Cause it just goes
yeah.
anywhere.
We out!
You see, it's. I mean, your engine kind of fell off, and then everything else kind of fell off. So
What did we learn?
The- lots
the
of
parachute
engines
still
failed.
works. That's what we learned.
Oh, this is so funny. Oh, I'm so
I'm
rubbish.
surprised you haven't wanted to have a look at or poked at this earlier. It is a great thing.
Amazingly, no one died.
No, amazingly.
Well, no one near here anyway.
I mean, we got some rocket bits about 6 kilometers up.
Yeah, like 10 miles away, there's like some Kerbal family having a barbecue outside. They're like, Daddy, what's that noise?
Oh, it's just another successful mission. Boom.
Oh, right. Okay. Well,
There's still a very small area, the tank connecting two huge ends, and what is exploding in a controlled manner.
right. I gotta wait till it lands. And we land in the ocean. We can recover the pod.
You see, the sad part is if they went, oh, Kiko, make a ship. It's like I would just make a ship and then it would just fly. That would be really boring.
This is quite a funny parallel considering you're playing XCOM at the same time, whereas in XCOM is where the aliens took over and you're fighting back. This is the parallel universe where the aliens, like, swung by our planet, saw this happening, and they're like, fuck that shit, and just flew off somewhere else.
We have
Blue.
found a... You know what? Let's just keep...
Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
We'll find a different species.
We're long past the point we should have stopped, but okay. Better idea. Longer.
Better idea. More rockets.
What about longer?
Yeah, you could just make it longer. I mean, you could just do that.
Where's it? Did I put a decoupler in this? Oops, that's... I attached the wrong bit. That'd have been embarrassing.
Just make it 70,000 meters tall, and then you'll be in. You'll be in space.
Before you even manage it, you'll just be like, oh, just step out the door.
You need to edit this and put it on YouTube. Maybe. Have to see how it goes.
It's going to fall over. What makes you say that the extremely tall thing with no support at the bottom is going to fall over?
Yeah, we're gonna have to have some support. So we need some aerodynamics, right?
You could certainly put some fins on it. You do seem to
Is the
like
fins
putting
actually gonna
fins
help
on.
though?
They do make it a little more aerodynamic when it's in an atmosphere. Out of an atmosphere, the fins do diddly
If
squat.
we have more stabilizers, does that work?
Maybe.
I forget which to set. Advanced inline stabilizers.
I
You
mean,
can add an actual launch tower, can't you?
you can
Like,
add an
that
actual
holds-
launch tower.
Holds it so that it won't fall over.
You could, but at this point, we're just sort of playing the equivalent of Jenga and seeing how long it will stay up.
All right, we got more stabilizers so we can stable.
Yes, I see nothing that will go wrong with this.
What if we have 3 of these? What if we have 3 of these?
For some reason, this reminds me of the episode of The Simpsons where Homer designs his own car.
There's nothing wrong with that car, except everything that was wrong with that car.
Maybe this will help. So we have different
You know what never goes
phases.
out of. You know what never goes out of fashion? Bubble domes.
I think it was because it was never in fashion.
Put a decoupler on this. Put it on there.
I'm just now,
this.
yeah, this program or game is basically kind of renowned for being actually really quite accurate, and pretty much every principle that works in rocket science can be transferred over to it.
Yep. You can design some scarily effective things.
Yeah,
in
it's not obviously it's not completely 1-to-1, but it's pretty damn close.
And again,
Yeah.
back in the old days when this was only you could only really go to the MUN, there were things like the ability to somebody managed to get to the MUN and back only with solid fuel boosters.
Do I have a liquid
Yeah,
fuel engine?
and
I
there's,
think I took it off. I need to put that
There's
on.
a chap on YouTube called Scott Manley.
He's very
He's
good.
actually like he's a kind of aerospace / aviation / actual space travel enthusiast. He has a
Yeah.
lot of very, very interesting missions on this.
He is a savant at this game. I was introduced to him through the giant bomb featurette, where they basically had a goal of getting a Kerbal to the moon and back, but any Kerbals they trapped in space they had to rescue. So basically, no Kerbal
Yes.
left behind.
And then they got him
And
to the show.
yeah,
It's great.
What happened to my liquid engine?
Still at the top, maybe.
I think he likes Eve as well. He probably sort of gets in on most of the space stuff. I'm pretty sure he has at least a few Elite videos because that's pretty kind of close to reality in some aspects. If we ignore the whole aliens showing up kind of thing.
But you love the aliens.
No, I don't. They kept killing my men in heavy cover. I gave up on that campaign. I literally lost 4 people, every single one of them one shot behind heavy cover. Not even crits. It was very impressive.
Where's my other engine? There it is.
So, I have some... Now, you may have lost track of your engines.
I think I got it. I think that's it. Okay, so we've got... Let's look at the bottom. Wait, that decouples first. That's not what we want. Wait, why is that decouple first? You suck. So we need to do another one. So you go down there. You go down there. Like that. Then you decouple.
I think Valentina has actually survived the most launches ever,
She
closely
has.
followed by Jebediah, who I think got to like 2.
Generally speaking,
said-
once you get into space, you survive indefinitely.
So that
I
fires.
look away-
Provided no one ever
decouples.
tries to bring you back.
Chaos 80 Omega says, I look away for like 2 minutes and Helloween just strapped a bunch of rockets to his ship because he needs more rockets.
It needs to fly
Also-
better.
He doesn't need more rockets, so I'm a little... I always thought, Kiko, and I'm not sure if I'm totally right, but I always thought you had like a big central rocket for your first bottom rocket, and then the...
I tend to actually these days have a nice radial 8 selections of big solid boosters to get so far,
yeah,
and then I have
solid,
a nice central
big solid
rocket.
at the bottom, and then liquid
Then I
for
have
the
a-
next stage.
Yeah.
This might just be
We
wobbly.
all-
This might be no wobbly.
we all know the only way to make this rocket go faster is to add some flame decals.
I think the only way to
Ooh,
make it
that'd be
faster is to paint it red.
Okay, this
Yes,
looks
that too.
probably fine. Let's just roll with it.
Add speed holes.
I like the confidence. It was like, and we think this is probably fine.
Also,
I'm not quite sure what's going on with the couplings, but
Oh, it
It
looks a
is
bit. It looks a bit wobbly. Oh, it's
I'll
just
be
falling
fine.
over.
walk.
Fuck! It's falling
This
over.
was
Fire!
Well, that worked. That worked.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire!
Valentina. Oh
I'm
dear.
afraid she is no longer with us anymore.
Well,
Oops.
So we're going to mark that on the timber, shall we?
Someone did actually. beat
so
Valentina.
what are we going to tell her family?
That the ship fell over.
Nice.
Was I supposed
Was
to
it-
attach it to something?
Kiko,
I mean, that
2
was
minutes
being
ago,
broad-
Valentina has survived
Can we-
the most.
That was being
Can we
broadcast to everyone on the entire of Kerbin, and there were.
Fuck it. Goodbye.
Can we just send some of the Kerbals to the tavern already? Because I think they're probably really stressed at this point.
No, actually, you see, Kerbals have 2 stats. They have bravery and stupidity. You can have Kerbals that are
Lord.
cowards and they're not stupid. You can have Kerbals that are brave and not stupid. And you can have stupid Kerbals that are cowards, and the best ones, which are brave, stupid Kerbals.
Yeah.
I want a big one.
I love that he got into space with his first rocket and then he hasn't come close since.
That happens quite a lot.
It's called over-engineering.
I want a bigger one than that. Okay, I got an idea. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
It's perfect, is it?
It's perfect.
Are
It
you
fires,
sure?
and then no wait, no. Yes,
No.
yes. It fires, then it decouples. Then
Can you
it.
please
Wait,
show me what dictionary contains this definition of the word perfect you're using?
wait, I don't think I put an engine on it. Hold on.
That's fine. At this point, not having an engine on it is actually a benefit.
It's like launch and it just falls over.
At least the chance of the Kerbal dying is slim.
I don't know.
People are pre-ripping.
Don't
They're
pre-rip. It's fine. It's fine.
It's,
That one. Yes. Yes. Look at this.
Spoiler alert, it won't be fine.
It'll be absolutely cracking. Look at the shit. Perfect.
As in,
yes.
the ship will be cracking.
No, we've got this,
apart.
boys.
Do we?
This is going to be Mark IV. This is the
People are already pressing F.
atmosphere.
We haven't even got to
It's going to be the atmosphere fucker. Let's do
We
this.
haven't even got to the launch pad yet, and they're already condoling sending their condolences to the pilot's other half. It's like, I'm sorry. It hasn't even taken off yet, but we are so sorry.
Hold on a
3,
second.
2, 1.
Are you using the Iron Man naming convention for your rockets? Because I think you're going to get pretty high in the marks before you make it
Yeah,
anywhere.
well,
It goes.
it does.
It's burning fuel faster than I thought.
Yes. Yes, it will.
Oh no, it's
But it is
Bob!
going.
God, Bob, rip. Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Bob.
Poor Bob.
You mean rip?
This actually worked.
It wasn't doing badly, no.
Wait, why is it not? Why is the engine not going? Oh, there we go.
I don't know. You didn't press shift.
Oh well, I've just
No.
ruined it.
Oh, I don't think you've actually connected any solid fuel to the... No, there we go.
No, it's fine. I mean, I've
Relatively fine.
I've ruined it. We're going the wrong way. Let's see if I can adjust that.
You might be able to adjust it.
I can't adjust it. We're spinning. No, wait. I can adjust it. Yeah, we got this. We got this. Yes. Yes. More or less.
Maybe.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Okay, you
Perfect,
kids be
eh?
quiet or I'm
Well,
turning this rocket around.
And,
I think we're going down.
NASA launch going, the solid fuel boosters are off, and now we're going to engage the
We-
spin around crazily
We're
for 20
going
seconds
down.
maneuver.
We're going down.
Down.
Yeah, we're going down.
Yes.
You know what?
That.
This thing doesn't quite have the thrust to break
No,
through
I don't
the,
think it does.
Kerbal gravity.
I
You know,
think
we're
in
going to
fact
recover
you are-
this rocket. You know, we don't want to waste money. I've learned how to put the throttle down. Let's land this.
Hmm.
So this is how you control the fuel. I got this. So all I'll do is wait till we get to a little bit lower, and then I'll just speed up. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I mean,
little
You
bit
do
quick.
appear to
Little bit
just
quick.
be getting faster.
Little bit quick. Oh, fuck. Bob's okay though. Yeah, Bob. Woohoo.
I believe that was more luck than anything.
Bob's fine.
Oh my god, he survived that?
Yes, he did.
Goodness me.
Well,
I mean, on Kerbin, that's a perfect landing.
right? That worked
I
fine.
mean,
Yeah, he survived, but I don't think he's going to be okay coming out of that.
Actually, he's going to.
He's just got this like massive compressed spine.
No, Kerbals are extremely durable.
My brains are going into my feet.
Which is my liquid engine? I forget. What happened to my liquid engine? Where is it? Is that it here?
Ludicrous speed.
Is that it there?
Any-
Try a proper design. What's wrong with this one? Fine, fine. We'll try something that will actually work then. Okay, let's try this.
Yeah, I'd send you one of my ships, but that would be boring. I want you to design your own
A
ship.
Mark III cockpit. That looks quite cool. I got 2 now. Whoops.
Bob is okay, but spill tomato sauce everywhere again. He does that.
Okay, so we want to let's make an actual spaceship. We know what a goddamn spaceship looks like. We can do this.
Do
Spaceship!
We,
Spaceship!
do we really know what a spaceship looks like?
Wow, why is the
I mean,
structural
how-
fuselage so small?
I mean, how many rockets are we going to stick on this?
I can't remember how you do it, but you can actually set it so that it hides the jet options view, so you don't keep mixing up jet options with rocket options.
Check Skype for a sec. What's this? Okay. Surely there must be a make a structural thing out of this. Alright Morgan, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for the bits as well.
I don't know if there's a memorial section. You tend to lose track after a while.
There's sort of a graveyard of sorts.
Well,
No,
it's-
so far every single Kerbal that has died, there has not been anything to bury.
I was about to say,
One of them exploded in the air. The other two detonated on the ground.
How did
It
you
was
get one
not-
to explode in the air?
He burned up on re-entry and the pod exploded.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. This is going to be interesting. I like this
Speed
approach.
up the
I know
process
what
by
this is.
pointing the
This
nose
is a good
right at the
approach to
ground.
things we're going here. The approach is I know what a spaceship looks like in real life, so if I just build it to look the same, it'll work.
That's not going to work, is it?
No.
This is going to be good.
No, this is good. Keep doing it. It's going to be fantastic. No. This is fine, Marda. He's got to learn.
Ooh, it's pretty big.
All a learning experience. I mean, this is.
This is basically how Elon Musk started SpaceX, so, you know.
Right.
What, playing
Oops.
Kerbal Space Program?
Yeah, I think so. A couple of years of that, and he was ready to go. Now he's landing
Right, so,
spacecraft
so
on platforms.
I see that you
We'll
have
see.
got a hold of NASA's secret blueprints for their next space shuttles.
I mean, it doesn't look quite right, does it?
I mean, there are a few things wrong with it.
Yeah, exactly. I need another fin.
It does look kind of 70s spaceship, like, you know, 70s sci-fi spaceship.
I could imagine Buck Rogers coming out of the cockpit there.
Yeah. A quantum leap of sorts. Will kind of...
Needs a cool fin. There we go, perfect. That's not gonna work. Fuck it. Well, I mean, it might go up.
I have built many unsuccessful Kerbal vehicles, but guess what? I've also managed to get people to the moon and Minmus, and
This-
I've made satellites and a space station.
I mean, this might work. Right, we need
It could work.
what we need, I think, in between is.
Yeah, it's Thunderbird 5.
Also remember, Mary Ellen Katz, that most of the very big vessels in Star Trek cannot actually go into atmosphere.
Yeah, they break.
They are not designed.
Most of them aren't designed to get land. I mean, the Enterprise wasn't. Voyager was.
Voyager was.
Where's the stabilizer? I've completely forgotten.
Rufus, you're making a critical mistake here in presuming that Helloween's vessel is actually going to land and not just explode.
Shit, I've lost the stabilizer. Under structure? No. Utility? Science?
It's the thing below engines.
Oh, command and control. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Space, the final frontier.
So this adds a stabilizer to it. And then we want utility. Where's the utility one gone? There it is. Parachute.
I think you might have a slightly small one there.
That parachute looks
There
tiny.
might be bigger control things as well.
Better. That looks pretty big. You want a better one? That's the biggest one, I think.
Yeah, that's better, but I think they're better.
Okay. Not the orange chute, the blue chute. Really?
No. Go with the orange chute. It's fine. Go with
What's that
your
one?
gut.
Small. Double size. Nice. There we go, thanks. The blue chute.
No.
Okay.
Go with your gut.
I mean, this might go up. Let's try
It
it.
might.
We can't call this one the
Yeah.
atmosphere fucker. This one's going to be called... This is Mark 5. And this is going to be... I don't know.
Pre-F.
The pre-F.
Yeah, I like it.
Warning, no control. The vehicle has no remote control or man control modules. Oh, what's this then? Oh, I got the wrong kind of cockpit.
Launch
Yeah, that-
anyway. Launch anyway.
That won't actually go anywhere. I think that is actually not something you tend to.
How do I detach the one piece again? Oh, there we go.
He's not out of Kerbals. There are an unlimited supply of Kerbals.
Okay, that doesn't work. I need something bigger, I guess.
Remember, you have to get rid of the original command module that you've got to then put a new one down.
Oh. Still too small.
That is definitely a jet one.
I need a... Maybe that one? No, nothing's working.
Your command module's at the bottom.
Oh. What the fuck? Perfect.
You've seen it there at the very bottom, yeah.
Thanks. Okay.
Yeah, I always said that they just pack lots of sandwiches. Lots of sandwiches.
Just the two.
Right.
Oh, you may have to recruit some more Kerbals. That is a good point.
Oh. Do I? Where's that? Press the crew button, no Kerbals. Crew. Go to the astronaut complex.
I think you might have killed them all currently, and you may have to hire some more Kerbals.
Perfect, there we go.
That may have been the problem. You may have actually been able to have your original module. You have hired all of them. There you go. Perfect. 3 missing. Yes, they are missing. They're not dead.
Listen,
They're
I need to
missing.
I need to get a decoupler in here as well.
Someone said killing 3 at a time. Very efficient.
Damn right. Where's my blue parachute? Perfect. And away!
This is going to go about as well as I think it might.
It'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Probably. Hey, this one doesn't fall over. Alright.
Are you...
Nels be Kerman. Let me get a little bit of chocolate. Alright, let me just... Okay.
The Fs have begun.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hey, this goes? Oh, I didn't put the
Yes.
SS on. Oops.
Probably a good idea.
Weenie rocket fuel Mark IV. The atmosphere fucker. Oh, is that what happened to that? Whoops. Oh wait, like the debris just stays?
Yes. If it doesn't explode. Yeah, that
You can retrieve it.
you can.
Hey, it works.
It does. But how far up is it going to go?
It's looking a bit wobbly.
It's also not going very fast yet.
No, it's probably not going to be enough.
You might. If you end up getting an apoapsis that's roughly about 80,000 meters, you could try to get an orbit.
Nelsby's having a good time.
He's loving it. Look at him.
He does. He's very happy.
It's great. Its speed's kind of decent, but I think we're almost leaving the atmosphere. I think.
No, the atmosphere. You totally need the atmosphere at 70,000. Well, no, it's not true. You can need the atmosphere, but you need to be 70,000 meters away in an orbit so that it doesn't decay.
Well, this
So
is a good
if you go to
start.
the map, if you go to the map and see how far away you are, the apoapsis.
Oh, quite a way.
Well, why don't you stop using the engines for now, and see if you can make it see how far you can get. Probably.
Reasonable amount, I
You've
guess.
also got a little bit
So
of,
what you have to
yaw
do-
going on.
What you have to do is when you get close to the apoapsis,
Turn the ship.
there is. Well, what you can do, you see on the main thing in the middle with the angles, there is a yellow mark which doesn't have a cross in it, like lines through the circle in the middle, and one that does.
How far do I want to turn the ship?
Well, are you still thrusting? Because you shouldn't be.
Oh.
At all. Basically, there's
Oops.
there's two yellow lines. There's 2 yellow
Oh,
icons.
boy.
There's you know.
Oh, boy.
There's one that has lines through the middle of the circle, and there's one that doesn't. And the one that Yeah, that's a big apoapsis. The one that doesn't is the one that you want to aim your ship at when you get close to the apoapsis. When you get close. You're not...
There we go. How's that?
You need to be actually
Nosebleeds.
close to the apoapsis. You're not actually that close yet.
Nosby's starting to wonder if he's ever going to see his little Kerbal dog again.
So,
No, he's like, shit, I left the oven
so
on.
the apoapsis is just getting
the
bigger.
oven.
You don't actually want to make the apoapsis bigger. You want to make the
Wait, where
periapsis
am I looking?
bigger. You look on the map.
So I want to
You
look at the
keep
yellow
explaining
one.
what the apoapsis and periapsis
When you
are.
get- You're still thrusting. Why are you
Then?
still thrusting?
Yeah?
You're thrusting
Kiko
too soon.
explain what the apoapsis and periapsis are.
Okay, the apoapsis is one part of the orbit.
The apoapsis is the part where you're furthest away from the Earth, and the periapsis is the part where you're closest.
Yes. Right now, your periapsis is in the middle of the planet.
Yeah.
What you're ideally trying to do is you're trying to make it so that the periapsis is not in the middle of the planet and is in fact at least 70,000 meters away from, like, in orbit. Once that is 70,000 meters away in orbit, and your apoapsis is, you have a stable orbit. What unfortunately has happened is that you have thrusted 70 bajillion meters out.
I don't know, it's
and-
looking alright.
This is quite good.
So-
So as you can see, you've got your orbit like steadily decaying at the moment.
Yeah.
You can see the number going down. The other thing is that you kind of do this very steady turn where rather than you go 90 degrees, like perfectly vertical at the start, but as you reach, I can't remember if it's a certain distance. At a certain distance, you start going down to like 30 degrees, then 60 degrees, and sort of curve yourself out. And as you do that, you push the apoapsis and the periapsis out a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, you want to turn as you're leaving the atmosphere, so that you are getting it so that your apoapsis isn't
Yeah.
as far jutting out as it is.
And I can see that with the yellow and blue things on the globe.
You can see it on the map as well. You can also go into the map as you're thrusting up initially, because you can control the ship while you're on the map screen, which is curious.
So if you imagine your little globe, then the green one I think is apoapsis, and that's pointing you at exactly what your and pitch and roll whatever you'd need to aim directly at the apoapsis, and then the blue one is the periapsis, I think.
No, the yellow one with
Is
the
it the other way
lines. The yellow one with the lines through the middle of the circle is the periapsis.
Okay.
The one without the lines, the one that he's currently closest to, that's the apoapsis. on the
Cool.
map.
Other way around.
But your ultimate objective with trying to get into space is you get in there with as much liquid fuel as possible, and you're trying to make it so that you have a stable orbit.
Yeah.
Once you have a stable orbit, your Kerbal is not coming down unless you provide more thrust.
Well, that's good. I mean,
Yes.
not that... But I mean,
No,
we
you
actually made it
actually-
into space, so
Yes.
If
this
Yeah,
was fairly
because-
successful.
If you hadn't have been thrusting, like, randomly, you'd have had more fuel. I don't think you'd have made it.
Oh, he's
you've
still got
also-
fuel left. Quite a lot actually.
He's still got fuel, but
Oh,
he's
shit.
also,
Oh,
he's also
shit.
currently burning up the atmosphere.
Oh fuck! Okay, wait, no.
That's true.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, so fuck! It's all going wrong.
Okay, so I
Ooh.
definitely left the oven on.
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh
Fuck.
dear.
Yes.
Oh god!
Oh
Help!
no, Nelsby's
No.
actually starting to be a little worried.
No. Nelsby's fine. Nelsby's actually made it. The problem is he may have turned off the parachute.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
Yeah.
No, you see that red thing around your parachute? It means it burnt up in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't think he's walking away from that one.
I don't think he's anything away from that one.
Will he be okay?
Hold
No.
on, Nelsby. You were I think the second Kerbal to actually reach the out of the atmosphere.
Ultimately, if you work on that design a bit more, you could
Oh, I'm
actually
dying.
maybe
I'm
get
sorry.
one. Go,
Oh god!
if you work on that design a bit more and use your fuel a bit more efficiently, you might actually be able to get into orbit.
Okay, so
I'm
we've
doing-
got a good design.
I'm doing the small amount hand motion right now. Just tweak it a little bit, you know?
I mean, That was a minor problem that occurred there.
Minor.
Well, yes.
Okay,
Minor.
so. Oh,
It's a minor problem.
so do we want more fuel or maybe some solid
I
boosters?
don't actually think you need more fuel.
Some solid boosters at the beginning just to get him a little bit off the ground wouldn't hurt. Like,
As far as I could tell, the problem there was not actually the fuel or indeed the rocket at all. It was just that you weren't sure of how to start creating an orbit. And once we actually get the whole how you start creating an orbit, you can probably do it with this rocket.
yeah, but I think 6 solid fuel things will be fine as well. But you need to be able to decouple them off. You're going to start using radial decouplers.
Radial decouplers.
Yes, they're in the decoupler section.
Okay, radial decouplers.
Yeah, good.
So you stick these on and you put the things on them.
You put the things on them, and then you can just decouple things that are sticking next to something. That gets rid of all the dead weight of the empty fuel tanks.
How do you stick them on?
You just stick them on, and then what you do is you then move the fuel tank onto them. The fins might be getting in the way slightly. But it's one of those things where explaining it goes so so far, but you have to sort of, when you get it right the first time, you then have that sort of click in your head moment of, oh.
Alright, I guess we're gonna drop the fin. Sad.
Yeah. I believe the fins might have only been providing extra weight at this point. You've got a fairly rocket-shaped rocket. I think Helloween is listening. It's a lot to take him. And I'm speaking as somebody that understands it a lot better because I played it a lot more.
The fin added did add cool, it's true, but well, I got extra boost, so maybe now we can use the liquid fuel once we get up to.
We can try. I mean, the worst that will happen is that we will send another Kerbal to a premature and horribly violent and explosive death.
I'm all okay with that, to be honest.
Are you sure?
Click on the solid boosters and then click on the decouplers. Oh, I see, like that. Okay, nice. Right, thank you.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah. And then it works.
Still want some fins.
Don't put the fins on.
Yes! Yes, look at that.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Are you making a giant grappling hook? Look, I know Batman likes firing his Batarang grappling hooks, but this is ridiculous. He doesn't need to grapple Jupiter. It's okay. Chances are the ship's going to go horribly wrong before any need of heat shielding is required.
Okay, this is now the Mark 6.
The Mark 6.
Weenie rocket Mark
Is that because it has 6 fins?
Yes.
No, it's because 6 Kerbals have died in the making of this.
Fin-ish him. Let's go.
Oh god.
Ooh, looking a tad wobbly there. Oh, we got 2 in
just
here.
look.
We got 2.
Yeah, there are 2. There are 2 Kerbals. You will send 2 of them to their horrible demise.
Okay. SAS on. 5.
Oh dear.
4.
Oh dear, those rockets shouldn't be doing that.
2.
It's fine.
1.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine.
Abort!
It might not be fine. So you didn't use the space tanks, did you? use the space tape.
No, it's moving. Oh no, okay.
They're alive.
They made it. They live.
They might need a
They
few
live.
more solid boosters. And a little more space tape.
Okay.
Oh god, I'm crying.
I'm extending the space between my fingers now. You need just a slightly larger tweak to that. I think.
No. Let's put this in perspective. I mean, there was a minor setback there. A minor problem. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I'm gonna use the Reaper's air quotes now. Minor setback.
It was minor. Success, 10 out of 10. Everyone lived.
Yeah. I think you achieved what could be quantified as liftoff then.
Okay, we
That
need to
is a
attach
good
these a
point.
bit better, don't we?
That is a
Yes,
good
yes.
point. Attach them better. Also,
Why don't recommend some super glue?
now somebody come with a good point. You could attach them better. You could also set it so that it fires the liquid boosters and the solid boosters at the same time. But the first time you press spacebar afterwards, it jettisons the solid boosters after they've expired.
You need some more struts.
That is a potential idea.
Well, I could do actually. Thank you, Demon Dragon. Would I call this game of the year? I don't know, but I'd definitely call it funniest.
I think we have a name for your space program from Umbra Snail. The Kelthus Space Program, merely a setback. Yes.
Wait, where's my little duct tape? I forget.
It's in the structural.
The Mark 737 rocket was merely a setback.
It was. Just like Naxanar.
Naxanar was merely a setback.
So was his inevitable death.
I forget how to do this. I think that's attached to the thing, isn't it? Yeah.
I am very happy that I remember that I had this key just sat in my humble bundle library.
Eventually, the heroes
Yeah,
will
me
make
too.
it up to Ice Crown, and then I will kill them. Sire, it appears to be one person that is coming at you. Wait, is he maximum level from several expansions ahead of this? Yes. Oh God, I'm going to die horribly. Yes, you probably are, sir.
Yes.
Winglets.
He just soloed Putricide. Oh God.
He punched him to death, and he kept screaming about his DPS. Oh dear.
Oh
Winglets.
no.
Okay, this might be better. Although, don't we need? Did we say
Yes.
we need more? Is that the reason it didn't lift off because they were wobbly, or
I
because they're
think
not
we need
powerful?
more, but maybe more. But also, alternatively, you could launch the liquid and the solid state at the same time.
Yeah.
And then you could move it so that when you first press spacebar, it jettisons the solid state fuel boosters when they've run out.
Yeah, that's what
So
it should
then you
do,
have
I
that
think.
extra. Then you have that extra oomph at the very beginning.
Okay.
People keep saying they want more rockets, though.
More
I mean,
rockets.
They, to be fair, they always want more rockets.
Well, let's try this one. Launchpad out of service. What?
Did you not clear the launch pad?
How do I do this?
I don't know how you repair it. I think you might have broken everything.
Where's the launchpad? Oh, there's crap on it. Repair facility.
Oh. Yeah, you need to repair the
There we go.
facility. Fortunately, in this mode, you can just repair the facility however you like.
There we go. Easy peasy.
Yeah, it's fine
You
now.
mean there was something wrong with the launch pad? Weird.
Can't imagine what.
I mean, nothing went horribly wrong last time.
Okay.
The
Thrust.
preemptive F.
Ready.
Okay.
SAS. Make sure you have shift ready for the liquid state as well. It's Milvin and Robus.
Okay.
Well, it's not as
Alright.
wobbly.
No, it's not.
Okay. 3,
Mhm.
2,
Mhm.
1. Then I turn off the liquid fuel now?
No, keep it going.
Hooray!
And then what happens is when the solid fuel runs out, you then just jettison the solid. By the way, Milvin really loves the takeoff.
He does. He's like, yeah! Rhombus is not so...
I believe Milvin is female Kerbal.
Milvin, she's alright.
You can tell by the hair.
He's, you know...
Robus is a little more skeptical because he's seen the previous
Alright.
launch.
So when you start
Still-
getting to about 10,000, see if
Yeah.
you can angle yourself to about 45 degrees.
Uh-huh.
45 degrees.
Yes.
Yeah, and then sort of
Where's the
slow,
degrees
kind of on the right.
Yeah.
So on the right, you see a 90 on there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't do it. Watch out with. You can watch the yaw meter in the bottom left and make sure that doesn't wiggle around too much. Just try and get to 45 degrees and be really careful about it.
Where is 45 degrees? Is that...
That's you're roughly there at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I damaged my parachute.
It's fine. You didn't need it because. Wait, you
Try and-
did need it.
You won't
So
be
you
needing
see
it.
that you've been sort of dropping off that line. Dropping off that line down the middle, and you're sort of curving around the globe now. You want to try and get back on that line a bit, if possible. But I think that might be a bit too much to ask.
No, I think this is
Yeah,
over.
your pitch has gone completely crazy. You are keeping a rough. So yeah, something's interfering with your pitch, which is probably going to be the little winglets you added. But trying to get to 45 degrees is good.
Wait, for
You
this
could
yellow
probably
one?
actually. The yellow one's aiming at the. I still think that's the apoapsis. Yeah.
That's the apoapsis.
To
Right?
check your map quickly.
He's
It's
very
not-
low on fuel.
We are low on fuel, it's true. But what's the worst that could happen?
By the way, Milford and Robus are really happy. Well, the plus side is you're getting very close to being able to intercept the moon.
So yeah, we missed the point at which we could have flattened out a bit. But we did a pretty massive lapses. It might be an idea to stop boosting.
Oh, God!
We must keep boosting.
Okay, we need to.
Now,
wait,
I want to check the map out of curiosity and see how far away you are. Oh, okay. So actually what you have is an escape velocity of Kerbal.
Okay, we need
So
to.
I think we should just let it take its natural course
Well-
and have Milvin and Robus just orbit the sun.
No, I'm gonna rescue them. I'm gonna rescue
Bon
them.
can't rescue
voyage.
At this point,
Turning it
you
back
can
is not
actually-
going to help.
It's true. Turning it back will not necessarily help. Although if you did want to turn it back, you'd
God.
be aiming at the blue area. At this point, though, you could consider evacing a Kerbal so they get to have a little look outside. Jesus. Oh my God.
No, I think they're just going to
Okay,
go up.
don't evac anyone right now.
No. I think there's something wrong with your trajectory.
Where are they
Guys,
going?
we need to synchronize.
Well, where they're going is they're going out of Kerbin's orbit and they'll start orbiting the sun.
See,
not possible.
now we
It's necessary.
just need the interstellar docking music.
In 1
playing.
day and 3
Yeah.
hours, they are going to exit Kerbin's orbit and they are going to leave. They will become a new body orbiting. the
Helloween,
sun.
that's impossible. No, it's necessary.
Now,
Rip.
Well,
the good news is they have plenty of sandwiches. They pack loads of sandwiches. They're never going to run out of life support. They're never going to age, and they're never going to go
Oh
crazy.
dear! Oh dear! Hold on a second. Turn and look at the one on your right. I think the velocity was so great that you detached his right eyeball.
Oh
Have a
yeah.
look again. Have a look.
Ooh.
That's fine. It's fine.
Ugh.
yeah.
How do I get back
Yes,
to the other
these are
view?
indeed the. So congratulations!
we-
No. Congratulations on Order Helloween. You have managed to get 2 Kerbals into orbit.
Round of
Just
applause.
Not around Kerbin.
Round of applause, everyone.
Well, you know that
He
the
did
option
it.
is always there to actually evac them.
I know, but don't do that. That's.
Or at very
Could
least,
we cut-
put them on the outside. You
No,
don't
no.
have to get off the ladder.
Whee! Oh,
Finally, all the massive government funding and subsidies have been completely justified. Ugh.
Yes, we've managed
the
to
parachute
launch
still works.
2. Excellent. That will certainly serve them well in outer space where there is no wind.
Bye, guys. How do I get out of this cockpit view?
You see the
No, you should definitely eject one of your Kerbals.
No, do not eject the Kerbal. That is just really
it.
cruel. No.
Do it.
It's the buttons next to the
Oh!
your pitch and everything.
Oh, that's really cruel. So just leaving them spinning off into deep space isn't.
I'm sorry.
Without even a single sharp implement.
Oh, so this is the prequel to the Star Trek the motion picture.
Yes.
Yes.
This is,
Okay.
except it was Kerbal's. And
Thank you, that one gal. Thank you very much. Wait, where is it? I'm being blind. I can't see the camera controls.
If you press M, wait. Does M bring you back?
M puts me back in. There must be a.
Well,
Record scratch. Yep, that's me.
you may be wondering how I got into this situation. If you right
Press
click,
I.
does I
I? No, L maybe?
Someone says C.
C.
C. Ah, there we go.
Twinkle,
Oh, dear.
twinkle, little star.
If you use SAS, maybe you might be able to stop it spinning wildly.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Oh, I
Oh,
see
God.
you jettisoned everything else. That is,
Rude.
Space, we made it.
Makes it a bit awkward to get back anywhere.
they weren't going to get back anyway. They have no
Well-
anything.
Bye, guys.
We could actually, if we're quick enough, we can launch another rocket into space
Yes,
before
you
they
could
get
launch
out
another
of, out of
rocket
us.
into space and condemn 3 more Kerbals to the oblivion of orbiting the sun.
Hang on a second. Is Helloween the Uwe Boll of the Kerbal Space Program? Ruins everything he touches.
I'd actually say that rocket is a success, and at this point I'd probably actually play around with it a bit, just so you
Yes.
get used to how to create an orbit.
Yes.
Active
You may not
Kerbal
want- you may not
23,
want the
soon to
fins
be
on it.
0.
Like, that's a generally decent rocket.
Do we want more liquid fuel, perhaps?
We got into space,
Sure,
we got into
go
orbit
ahead.
around the sun, and let's add more fuel.
Oh well, let's try launching without the fins.
Kerbal
I
Command,
mean,
Kerbal
if
Command.
if it goes as terribly wrong as before, you may actually
one-
have them, intercept and...
There is one thing you could add to your design that you don't have, and that's a small booster for the actual main thing,
It does have a tiny amount of fuel.
like a mini booster for your focus area, because that allows you to do some maneuvering in space.
And a solar panel.
Yes,
John
a
Kermit.
solar panel is a very nice addition if you can get one, because things like the SAS actually cost power, and you can run out of
When you
power.
run out of power, that is not good. Now,
So,
Johat and Sebastian Kerman have heard about what's happening.
So again,
what
you
is
want to
the,
get
uh,
like
what is the
45 degrees.
overall...
Well, now.
About 10k.
What is
the
about
overall
10k.
objective?
Do I need to turn the SAS off to do that?
no.
No, SS is fine to leave on, and just try and keep yourself level. So you see the 2 lines through extending to the left and the right of the orange area. You want to keep yourself quite level with those, so you aren't sort of falling to the north or the south. of
Somebody
them.
did say you want to ease off the throttle after you go up to about 700 meters per second.
Yeah,
So, let me get this straight. Your plan to rescue those poor Kerbals is to launch exactly the same rocket minus the fins.
Oh, we're not rescuing those Kerbals.
Oh, okay.
There's not room in that cockpit to rescue the Kerbals.
and look. Did we lose Ben?
No, I'm just trying to.
Jettison the solid fuel.
We're trying to go directly up, are we? Oh, you're going.
Right. I'd ease off the fuel now.
Yeah, so check
Ease
your
off the
map
fuel.
now, because we probably have a pretty extreme apoapsis at this
Apoapsis.
point.
Yeah.
Oh, we out.
It's
I'll
not
pick
unrecoverable
just a
though.
little security, but let's have a look.
That's a long way.
It is, but it's not unrecoverable.
Oh wait, no, I was looking at the wrong line. That's just the other.
No.
That's the other
Yeah,
cockpit.
I think that was the other one.
That's the Weenie rocket. He's still going.
It's not. No, it's actually not that unrecoverable. It's not bad.
So yeah, this is not too bad. We need to sort of level off quite a lot now.
So how do I level off exactly?
Very steady increments. Like, try and go. Yeah, so flatten out a bit. Whichever button you were doing, keep pressing the button and flatten, and just sort of do it bit by bit.
You have a lot of fuel. It's quite likely that you'll make it. You're quite close to the apoapsis icon. That icon that was on the thing there without the arrow. That is the apoapsis one.
Yeah.
You want to be aiming closer to that than further away.
Like this.
Because that the apoapsis icon is the one that ultimately increases the moves the periapsis.
So like this?
Alright, so after a certain point, you just want to keep sort of checking back to the map to see what's actually, what you're actually doing to your apoapsis with changing the direction.
You do need to go a bit faster, though. You need to go a lot faster. You need to aim for the apoapsis icon.
Which one is that again? What colour?
It's yellow, and it's got no arrows going through the middle, no lines going through the middle of it. You're quite close to it. Yellow greenish one. It's got like a little line going up and to the sides.
It's like this.
He's doing okay, yeah, but he does need to do it faster. It's got a lot of power. You can see as you're doing this, you can see that the arc of your trajectory is widening out. That's what you're wanting to do. You're wanting to achieve that.
Like this?
Yes. Yes. You also see the apoapsis moving further away from you. Yeah, it's doing it.
Hey!
Okay, so at some point we're going to get an orbit, and at that point you probably want to kill the throttle, like, perhaps not totally, but down to like 20%, so that you don't extend the orbit too much, and then we want to work on getting a reasonably decent periapsis, rather than one that sort of chugs us out of place.
Wibbled. He's nearly there. He is achieving an orbit. The first orbits are always wibbly.
I think we go on.
Yeah, when periapsis is around 70,000 kilometers, you can kill the throttle. I'd probably kill the throttle.
Wait, no, it's gone.
Yay!
It's gone, we're going off in space.
Oh!
Turn around! Turn around!
Yeah, now you turn directly around.
And thrust back the other way.
And fire the other direction.
Fire in the other direction. Turn around. Like, kill the throttle, turn around, and then reactivate the throttle. No Fs yet. He's going to recover.
We're out of juice. We're out of juice.
No. Oh, we out of juice again.
Oh dear.
We definitely need.
Bye, guys.
We definitely need to be able to see how much fuel we have whilst we're on the map screen. And I'm not quite sure why it's hiding it.
We were so close. Well, Gil, Hat, and Sebastian.
Is there a self-destruct button for these ships? Might be less cruel to blow them up.
You can't blow them up, I'm afraid. It is impossible.
So yeah, I'd actually say for the next ship you make, put a little booster on that's attached purely to the cockpit at the very top. Doesn't even need to be a serious booster, it's just like a little booster so that they can control, because in space you don't actually need the huge boosters anymore, you just need small amounts of boost.
Yeah, give them a revolver or anything, I agree, Umbrasnow. Alright, well, that was close. 6 lost in space, 4 dead. Yeah, that's a little bit awkward. So, you reckon get something on the actual...
Just a tiny thing, yeah. Just so you got a little bit of control.
What, is it a fuel tank, yeah?
And a booster, like just a very small one.
Where are those?
They're in the engine and fuel. There are very small engines. You can get them very small fuel.
It's one of the difficulties of playing on sandbox mode, is that it overwhelms you with stuff.
But you, considering the fact that you've only just started today and you've managed to go from I just make them explode violently to I send them off into the depths of space but nearly get an orbit. Like, once you had the periapsis, the best thing to do is just to press X rather, and that kills the throttle immediately. You're just like,
Bloodrun's actually got a good point as well. Try adding cones on top of all the boosters. Is a good
point. Cones do help. They do make it that much more aerodynamic.
It's like a little fuel tank and then a little engine.
Yep. I wouldn't get a long one. I'd get a sort of a flat one.
Yeah.
It's the one.
Like that?
That's not too bad. Or you can do a slightly bigger one, but it doesn't have to be like. It doesn't have to be huge. It just has to have a little
solar
bit of fuel.
panel might not be a bad idea.
And yeah, solar panel. Pretty nice.
That's in electricity.
A solar panel?
Yes. You don't need one that like stretches out. You just need one that sticks to the side of the ship.
Someone says trial and error is a painful way to learn orbital mechanics, and that's true, but not for us.
Strangely enough, it is working.
That's not the fuel of
quite...
that engine, is it? Oh, is it not?
If you're gonna have a solar panel, you want it on the actual.
You don't want it on the.
Don't want it on the bit you're chucking away.
Good point. Okay, which is the fuel tank?
solar panel.
That's I want liquid fuel, don't I?
Yeah, you need liquid fuel that fits
There it is.
onto that. You don't need a huge amount.
You see, I'm like, I'm gonna help you, and then Phil's like, I know everything.
Not exactly.
My knowledge is
I'm
more.
pretty sure you've actually done more than me in the game.
My best achievement is that I've managed to strand people on Eve, which
I
is the
managed to strand
planet.
people on the moon.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I've got people back from the moon and Minmus as well once.
I got to the moon, got someone off the moon onto a rocket, and then they both died in space.
Oh,
alright, so we think that's better? A little bit.
Try and find some cones for your outer rockets to improve the aerodynamics of it.
but you see, Kerbals
sure
live
where
forever
they
in
are.
space, and they're quite happy living in space. They just tend to look outside and go, "Ooh, stars," and then they go,
Aerodynamic nose
"Ooh,
cone.
more stars."
Like this.
Those are too big, the ones you're doing, but there are
Yeah.
some somewhere in there that
The problem-
are good.
The problem with Eve,
Yes,
the
those are ones.
problem with Eve I figured out is it's like, oh dear, Eve has even higher gravity. It's like, oh.
You can also, I can't remember if it's clicking that little dot to make it.
Yeah, you do them all, yeah. I was
Six.
just being dumb. Okay,
They
maybe
can
that's a
be-
bit better?
That should be an improvement.
It should be an improvement.
Alright.
Like it shouldn't do any worse.
Okay,
Thumbs crossed. Fingers crossed.
let's not launch any more Kerbals into space. Well, into deep space.
Into the depth of space.
We're not launching them into deep space, you're only launching them into orbit of the sun.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Yes. So we have Kelsel and Jebbin. And one of them is happy, and the other one has heard about the other 5 or 6 that have all been launched into space. And it's like, wait, this rocket almost looks exactly the same.
Yeah, I
Wait,
remember.
what happened to
I
my
remember
friends?
auto. I remember. I'll back off.
Kessel's like, yeah, space.
So I want to start moving it now, don't I?
Yeah, when you get 10k, try and get a 45-degree angle.
The 45 degree in any direction works as long as you can maintain it.
Yeah,
Like that.
Yep. That's
pretty
fine.
good.
You're at 800 meters, which is fine. You can't throttle down the solid boosters.
Mm.
So get rid of the
Right.
solid boosters. Yep. There you go.
Chuck the solids.
Mm.
And you chucked everything, and it all exploded.
Ooh, ooh.
So what happened
Oh,
there was
dear.
the solid boosters took out the rest of the liquid engine.
On the plus side, these guys aren't condemned to space forever. So
Yes,
let's
they are
get-
not
let's-
condemned to
let's
space.
get
Wow,
the-
that's efficiency for you.
They are merely condemned to burning up in the atmosphere.
I guess in our previous
No,
I've
we've got
enough.
slightly,
we have fuel.
slightly higher
Enough.
angled.
And oddly enough, Jedbin is now actually a lot happier now. He's not going to be condemned into space.
Oh fuck! I just blew shit up. Okay.
Uh,
Let's send these guys back down.
Oh,
I mean, this is a crude way of getting them down to Kerbin, but
Alright, well, that's
that is true. You could throttle the liquid engines.
so what was the actual mistake there? What do you think we did?
The mistake was,
Being at too much of an angle when
Yes,
we dropped
wait.
things off?
well, it might also have been that if you adjust your angle while the boosters go off, you can hit the boosters.
That's true.
Please do not yet. Do not point the ship towards the surface. You want to aim the flattest part of it towards the atmosphere when you are going back down.
Okay.
Because that means that is absorbing the most heat, and therefore you're less. Also, you probably want to activate the parachute.
I didn't get into the atmosphere.
Good.
So
These Kerbals may not die.
that'll be fine. Blood Realm says, next try you should check how your stages are arranged.
The stages were arranged relatively okay.
Where the hell do these guys land? Oh, quite a way
in
away.
the middle of nowhere, but at least they're alive.
Well, you know, could have been worse for him. Bonk!
Yes.
Oh!
Could have been.
Oh! Oh!
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They are. They are. That was the engine exploding.
Ooh.
Yeah, you were horizontal when you released the.
So how do I
solid
want to release
boosters.
them? Like what?
I would just try doing the same thing, but when you get to the point where you're releasing, don't touch any of the movement keys. And just see if it's because it could be an angle issue, or it could be the fact that we changed directions whilst we were dropping them. So we need to do some science and find out exactly why it was.
Right.
I mean,
Release them
this is
before
the thing.
launch. You should be more or less vertical until you release the solid boosters, apparently.
Yeah, in which case maybe we need fewer boosters.
Or maybe we need to replace them with liquid boosters. Then you could adjust them.
What if we just go until we're at the right height, then dump them, even if they're full?
You can do that, but then they just fly off ahead of you. I mean, you can
If you
try
were going
that.
to do that,
You
the
can
question
risk
is
the
whether
gap.
you want to also use the liquids at the same time or not.
You can not use the liquids. That would
So
work.
you could keep the
Oh, I see,
liquid
yeah,
back
yeah.
until the
Let's do that
solid
then.
state's gone.
I mean, well, let's put it like this. As I say, you started with, I don't know how to get the spaceship going, and now we're into the minutiae of, this is
Yeah,
how we
exactly.
alter up our orbit so that it is more optimal, and you'll have an orbit where you're not sending people into, eternal orbit of the sun before we know it.
Let's try that. Just use the liquid engines to get off the pad, then throttle back. Okay. Well, we could do. Or we try it this way.
Solid end?
I don't think they've got enough lift for this, have they? Won't take off now, remember? Yeah, that's it. We needed the liquid to do that. Okay, let's try this then. Right.
Let's give it a go
Can,
anyway.
as soon as you get to 700 meters per second, you
That's
can
what I was
press
doing.
X.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah. Press X to kill the throttle on the liquid engines. So
Well,
then it's only the solid, or even do it at 600.
Well, I'll just launch with both sets of engines. Once we've launched a little bit, then I'll pull back.
Yeah, see what happens.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, fuck!
That's exactly what they said.
I don't think that's what they said at all.
That's what these ones said.
That might not be enough. I'll
You don't have
to
SAS on, by the
I'll have to
way.
give
Yeah,
more.
check your SAS.
Oh yeah.
It's oh, we have John Den Kerman. He's very scared.
Understandably.
Not sure train is
They're
much
both
happier
very
either.
scared.
Okay, I'm gonna pull back now, probably.
See, it went from being like it's very silly to serious business.
Oh, we got some wobble. We got some real wobble this time. Not quite sure why. Let me just readjust.
I think it's because at the very start, when you didn't have SAS off, you veered a bit.
I think
Then
not
the
having.
SAS turned
I think
on,
not having one of the
and
engines on is. Oh well. This is a reasonable angle.
No, it's
Yeah. When the SAS came back on, it sometimes overcompensates slightly.
Oh, they're both okay now. Remember, you now have no engines going.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. Well, not ideal. This is at 45 degrees.
Okay, what happened there? The reason why there was a minor explosion is that one of the solid boosters landed
Stuck.
on your ship.
Yeah.
Yes. Which I think was what happened last time, except last time it took out the booster.
Okay, start keeping an eye on the map now on where your
Yeah.
apoapsis is going to
So
be.
now we start checking the map.
And when it gets to about 100,000 or so, you kill the thrust. If you aim on the if you hover over the AP, it will tell you. It's about 100,000. You kill the thrust.
So kill the thrust now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, completely.
Yes. Kill it totally. X. To absolute 0. See, you'll have loads of fuel now.
But not
To
all we
alter.
got, though. Might need a little bit more. So
The
we can
orbit
come
is
back down.
very slowly decaying, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe a bit more. How much fuel have we got?
Do
Yeah.
not point straight down.
Now pull it back down again. Oops.
Yeah, so you can change your throttle until the orbit doesn't decay. Like if you watch the orbit speed, like put it up and down until you find a number where it isn't creating a bigger orbit or a smaller orbit, just so you've got a starting point to go with.
You can adjust it. That's the thing. It's not too bad.
So now you're losing very slightly, so just a tiny amount, like 5%. Yeah, that's nice. And now you can actually start working on. Yeah.
How much fuel have I got? Enough. Okay. Alright. Not quite. Not quite, so.
So what you want to do is, unless Phil will say otherwise, is that you actually want to wait until you do your major thrusting until you're actually very close to the apoapsis. You don't want to be doing thrusting now,
Oh, okay.
because what it's doing is it's just making your apoapsis bigger. You want to actually
Yeah.
make the periapsis bigger right now.
Yeah.
And you
So
do that at the apoapsis.
When we're boosting at the moment, we're pushing our apoapsis further away from the Earth. We want to push our periapsis further away from the Earth instead.
Right, I'm with you.
And we do that by boosting when we're at the apoapsis, or close to the apoapsis. We probably need to fast forward a bit, because it's now 7 minutes away.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you want to do it when it's a lot closer. I usually don't even think about making the changes until it's a minute away at least, or even closer than that. Usually like 30 seconds, because the closer you are to the apoapsis, the more your thrust has effect.
Yeah.
Okay, we're 2 minutes away.
And once you actually get to about, let's say, 30 seconds away, make sure you readjust your aim so you're facing it. I think, is that right, Kiko?
Yeah.
So actually aiming at the apoapsis. Yep.
Yes, you're
And
aiming
then
at
you do the boost. And
Then
you don't
you thrust.
necessarily have to do 100%. You can just do like a lower percentage, and just see and watch the periapsis grow a bit.
We're 45
You got
seconds away,
it.
so where am I heading for? The yellow one again.
Yes, the yellow one again.
So I turn it up a little bit now, yeah?
I'd turn it
Yeah.
or the horizon, either or, but you need to aim in that direction and thrust. Easiest.
Is this right?
Yeah, maximum thrust.
Maximum thrust.
You want to get as much thrust as you can here.
Right.
Well, make sure you're on target first. That's the important
Make
bit.
sure you're on target. Yes.
Make sure your little V is lined up with the yellow crosshair.
Or the horizon, but either works.
And you
But-
probably need to zoom out a bit more. You don't
You
need
need
to
to zoom out
necessarily
the map.
see.
There we go, look.
Yeah,
I think it goes round.
Right. In that case, kill the thrust. See where it is.
I think that's it.
Kill the thrust and see where. And what is the periapsis at?
yeah, and then you need to hover over the
Oh, no, not
periapsis
quite,
and find
not
out
quite.
what number it's
Not
at.
quite, but you're nearly there. You actually, what I would do is I would wait until you're closer to the apoapsis again. Wait
Yeah.
until you're closer before you start thrusting again.
So fast forward again a little bit, and then repeat the process.
Yeah, the yellow apsis. Yes, the yellow dot is called the prograde vector. It does mean forwards, but it's basically what I aim at to get the apoapsis to move.
So wait about a minute to go, like now, and then.
Yeah, I'm referring to the apoapsis as that little thing on
How much
the
fuel we got?
on the
A
orbit.
little bit.
You got enough.
Yep.
He's got enough because he doesn't need to do very much more.
Oops. There we go. I think I have one.
Kill the thrust then.
I think we did it.
what is the periapsis
Yeah,
at?
there's a periapsis.
Congratulations, you have a very wide orbit of Kerbin.
Yay! We did it!
Yep.
It's wide,
Yay!
but you have managed it.
Hey!
And these two are now permanently stranded in space.
Ah. But the advantage is that eventually you could rescue them when you learn how to make orbits that sync with each other and alter.
Yeah, this is the fun part. When you do this the second time, you'll realize that you had absolutely no control about which circle around your which orbit you had around your thing. So you're going to go on like 270 degrees at a completely different circle that only intersects never.
But then you'll start looking up stuff like the ability to add maneuvers so that you can alter your circle and you can make it at the angle you want it to be at. But
I got to build a rocket that actually works first. Thank you to Kuromeister, and thank you, Jess.
Lewd.
Yeah, lots of
Thank you,
people
Demon
helping
Dragon.
out.
Thank you, Fire
But
Creek.
ultimately, all you need to do now, if you ever want to make any of those smaller, you aim in the opposite direction that you were aiming before. When you get to the apoapsis or the periapsis, you thrust in that direction.
Can you
and
just
you can
use
do
what
that.
little fuel you have to decay your orbit and then come back down?
Yes, what you could do is you could use what fuel you have to decay your orbit back to one which will go back into Kerbin, and that is how you can land.
Yep.
But at the moment, you have an actual successful orbit.
Alright, I'm gonna get these two home. Let's finish off and get these two home. So if I aim away from the yellow... Oops.
So yeah, now
Well,
you
to
find the retrograde vector, which is the essentially the other one.
So we've got a yellow
go-
one, a blue one, and we want... Is there a purple one?
You'll-
Is it?
You'll
Is
want
the blue
to go.
one you want?
No, the blue one's taking us away from the planet, so we
Blue
want...
one.
We want the yellow one that's got three... Like a line through it, I guess? No?
A different yellow one?
Fuck,
Yeah, there
fuck
is
if I
a
know.
second yellow one on the
The
opposite
two
side
yellow
of
ones.
the
It's been too long
orb.
since I've done the actual.
We want
a
I'm
blue
pretty
with
sure
an X on it, I
it's
guess.
blue
with
Yeah,
an
the
X.
yellow one with the X on it.
We want the
Now-
blue with an X.
Do that. Yeah,
We want the blue with the X, I guess.
who said blue with the X?
Is that right? I mean,
I
pointing
usually
directly
aim
at the
for
planet
yellow.
seems to be the...
No, the yellow with the three.
The yellow
going
with the
completely
cross in
north
it.
and
The
the cross
yellow
in
with
the
the
middle.
cross in it.
The blue one's pointless,
You went
right.
past it. You
So
went,
go
it's,
back,
It's
go
always,
back.
it's always on the opposite side of the globe from the one that you use to thrust to gain
Not the
thrust.
blue one, the yellow one,
yeah.
right, okay.
Now, don't do it now. Do it when you are... Work out which of the apoapsis and the periapsis is closer to Kerbin. And do it when you're at the opposite one. Because
It's
you want
always
to move the one...
periapsis closer.
Yeah, so you want to do it you want to do it at the apoapsis.
17 minutes away. So just
Yeah.
so line up and wait.
Fast forward a bit once you'll probably have to reorient when you
Yeah.
actually get to it. So fast forward.
Problem
and then
is,
when you're about a
problem
minute
is
out.
that I keep calling. I don't use the correct scientific term for it. The protrograde and the retrograde. I don't use the scientific terms. I just go. I'll point at that bit, and
So I
I'll
want
use
to wait
the
till we
thrust,
get
and
to
then
the...
it works.
I want to wait till we get to AP, yeah?
See, this is the thing.
Yeah.
Mine is more like a sort of intuitive rocket science than actual rocket
Okay,
science.
we're at the AP.
Right, you want to do the want to use the one with the cross in it, and you want to thrust at that one.
Right,
Trust
I'm
the
gonna say
real
I'm gonna
hard.
say good night, everyone. So,
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Jay and
yeah,
Carl.
I'll probably be resting after you've managed to land. Without a gentle descent, they will indeed die. That is true, but at least they've actually managed to get into an orbit where they're not going to be plunged.
No,
into
we're going to take him
thing
home.
with
We're
the sun.
going to take him home.
I mean, technically, if they die and their ashes scatter onto Kerbin, they will be home. That is true.
It doesn't seem like it's going to work, because it seems like we're pointing too far out.
No. It's okay.
Science, I guess.
You would retrograde at the periapsis. Why would you retrograde at the periapsis? This is the thing. We have time in space because you can just go around again. So why does Maradine think you should retrograde the periapsis?
Okay, so I point at the...
one with the X in the middle of it.
This is the right one I'm looking at, the closest one to me right now, isn't
Yes.
it? Okay, now I'm going to fuel up.
Once
You
you're
actually
directly
looking at
over, once
Not
you're
really
directly over it,
quite looking at it. Yeah. You want to make sure it lines up directly with the other little dot and the V.
they are so happy. Look at them.
And then once you're at the thing, then you go.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's go.
This,
And yeah, go back into the map thing so you can watch what's happening.
That's a lot of thrust. I mean,
There's a lot of thrust. definitely go back into the map so we've got
Yep.
some idea of what's going on.
Yeah, that's a
Okay,
lot
so
of
the orbit
thrust.
is rapidly decaying, which is good.
Good.
You have got a you're going to hit the planet.
Yeah, we're coming back onto the planet.
And we're out of fuel.
You're out of fuel. So you've managed to
We've rescued them. Maybe.
well no, we haven't rescued them
We've
yet.
done
They actually have
something.
to land. Now, it may sound silly, but I recommend that
They are
you...
dead.
Not yet. Not yet.
Don't F them yet, guys. Okay.
No.
How long do you
I-
want to wait for?
I think jettisoning the big amount of weight at the back of your ship is probably a good idea.
What now?
Well, why not now?
So morbid.
I mean, it's a...
If we're
I mean,
really
you-
lucky, they'll come down in the ocean, and they almost always survive coming down in the ocean.
It is a rather steep descent, yeah, but... Remember, we have fuel in that, but we don't want to use it.
How
Not
much
yet.
fuel have we got?
Tiny amount, but you don't actually need that much.
Bearing in mind he currently has his stages set up so that the parachute will go off at the same time as the fuel.
Fantastic.
You might want to change that.
Ha!
I
Yes.
think you can. I
That
think you
is-
can still change that if you go into the
Yeah.
side option while
There we
it's
go.
on
There we
one.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
It is true. If they never
Oh,
reach
fuck.
the surface,
Oh.
look at that face that Jonathan's getting. It's like, yeah, we're gonna
Okay,
get
we're
back.
coming in fast now.
Um,
We're coming in fast.
Mara, do you think we're gonna burn up? I think there's a decent chance of
If
it.
if you
Whoa.
face the bottom of the ship towards the angle that you're going at, you stand a vague chance.
The bottom of the ship, like where the engine is.
Yeah, you basically you don't want the nose of the ship to be facing where you're downwards because that is the
Start the engine.
all of the heat will be concentrated on that one point.
Okay, I'll start the engine. How much fuel, throttle do I give it? It just
Um,
blew up!
Well,
Yeah, there's a staging error on your thing where you're not actually ditching the bit around the throttle, the rocket engine. So
Well-
yeah, that happened the last time as well.
well, he's using the fuel to slow himself down a little. This yeah, point to the other thing. That does slow you down a tiny bit.
We are coming in pretty fast.
Why has the parachute gone red?
Just because it can't be.
Yeah, keep it at that angle. You see the angle that the that's heating up. That's true. It is heating up. But if you keep it at that angle, hopefully when that explodes.
Oh god.
Oh,
overheat,
see,
overheat,
see,
overheat.
we're through.
Okay. Guys,
Remember to
I
deploy
think
the
we did it!
parachute. Deploy the parachute.
I think we did it!
You've got to deploy the parachute.
I'm way ahead of you.
Good. You've done it.
That is deployed, right? It's not,
Yes.
We're not slowing down
Yep.
very quickly.
I know you will.
It doesn't fully jettison out until you see if you aim in that direction, it tends to absorb the heat. I've done this before, Mara. I've done that before. I did it today.
I think we've got them. Maybe.
You've done it.
It's still pretty quick. Why is this thing not deploying?
It doesn't properly deploy until it's a lot
Okay.
further down. It will
Yeah.
deploy.
Whew.
They're going to
Very
live as
bottom.
long as the engine beneath them doesn't explode and take them out.
Yes.
See,
Man,
they'll slow
Kerbal
down
is
dramatically.
pretty
Look, they've slowed
barren,
down
isn't
now.
it?
It's now going 10 meters a second.
We did it! Yay!
No, the velocity was okay. The velocity was okay. It was close, but it's okay.
No, Rose Noel, not time for F. We did it.
Have some faith. Hey Rose.
Guess what? Congratulations, you have gone in one session from I don't know what I'm doing to you've managed to get Kerbals in orbit and back alive. Admittedly, you have sent 6 of them off into space. About 5 or 6 of them have blown up horribly. But it's basically that story from I built this castle up from nothing, but I sent those Kerbals up with nothing.
Well, we've lost a few Kerbals into space who are going to, dehydrate to death, which is kind of sad. Wait, are we...
Victor,
here we go.
yes,
Here we
it
go.
does.
Oh!
That's a worrying sound.
It's always a worrying sound,
Thank you, Fiber
But-
Creek.
but they're okay. They're okay.
They live.
They do. They have succeeded where no others have. Congratulations! A celebratory
Yes, extend your
explosion.
solar panel in great success.
Well done.
Yee. One small step for Kerbal.
You know what you can actually do? Place a flag. Right-click
Rude.
your Kerbal and tell him to place a flag.
Yay!
Place a flag on your own planet. Like, well done. I landed here.
Hey! Name site. Thank fuck.
I thought that would be what you'd call it.
Oh man.
Oh.
That was funny. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching everyone. Thank you Dan, by the way.
I just think that is only the beginning of your adventures. Next, you must get to the Mun
That is the plan.
and actually land there and then get back.
Yeah, so this actually went pretty well, all things considered.
It did.
Oh dear. Alright, thank you ever so much for watching everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to upload Bayonetta again now, so wish me luck.
And then at some point you should put up Kerbal and highlights of Kerbal.
Oh, if I knew how to edit the damn thing on Twitch, I'll just have a look, see if I can edit all the explosions in. But I could just to be fair, I could just upload the entire thing. It is pretty funny. Alright, thank you. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later.
Later.